Hello and welcome. Right, attempt number 2, because the other one failed on that one. So what we are going to be doing today is we are going to carry on with the Bowser. We are going to get this done, Blastoise, and then we're going to try and get much of the Charizard done as possible as well. And there's potential that we will crack on with some of the modular moving bits and pieces today, because I've done quite a bit of measuring up and the tape measure's been out and all that kind of thing as well. Now, what anybody has missed before the stream crashed was I've just put his bum cheeks on. That's it. That's all that happened, and it all went wrong. So I've given it half hour to reset itself, and then we will be carrying on again. So if there was anybody in the background half an hour ago, I do apologise, but that's already been deleted. So there's all running as per normal. What theme can you make the best display? Winter, Western, Pirates, Castle. You guys and girls, let me know. Of course, everybody that has liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. So yes, hopefully everybody is good and you are all living the dream. Reese, good afternoon to you. Shubo, hello to you as well. So let us know what it is you guys and girls are building in the background, and then we will be carrying on. But yes, we're going to get this one done and nailed. We'll crack on with Charizard, and then depending on how this unravels, I have got a plan of attack in place for next week, moving sections of stuff that need to be moved for obviously these new Pokemon sets and the new architectural sets as well. And I've had the tape measure out for the Eiffel Tower, and it can only go in one place, which is literally directly behind me. So yeah, it's going to be a busy week of live stream stuff coming between now and obviously the weekend, and a load of in between videos that I'm filming, which you can then look back on as a video diary of how we got to this point. So hello and welcome to everybody. Now, of course, what I use is the Lego website. So in case you're wondering how it to the Lego website, you get the instructions, you download the PDF that you want to, then you download the PDF or we get. And what I literally just built up was its backside. So I just opened up bag number 46, done the whole hello and welcome, and then it all went wrong. So here we are, round number 2. It's not a good start, is it? So we will see what that's obviously running in the background, and then if there is anybody building anything, let me know what it is you're doing, and then yeah, we can crack on and just enjoy the stream, all going well. So yeah, good afternoon, evening, morning to absolutely everybody. John, good morning to you, sir. How are we? So I wonder if John is going to vote for either winter or Western. I wonder which one John's going to go for, because he's got a hell of a winter collection, but a big Western. And you can, the reason why I picked these 4 is because you can mix and match these 4, can't you? So it's one of the only ones that you can, especially with the winter stuff and with the new Western stuff potentially on the way. Yeah, I thought you would, but potentially with the new Western stuff on the way from Lego as well, that would even add to it with a mix and match. Forget the Bricklink stuff, but if they are going to be doing some smaller sets, it'll be very, very interesting how all of those will merge. I think the only one that's really difficult to make a good display is the Pirates, because you need all the play sets and they take up a huge amount of space. But you could go massive on medieval if you wanted to. The Winter Village, obviously, you can do whatever it is that you want to, and Western, you can do whatever it is you want to as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that one unfolds. But everybody that's liked the video so far, guys, again, thank you, because it helps. It just helps with all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's some amazing stuff out and about. It just amazes me that it's taken them so long to realize that is what people want, and obviously other companies, and rightfully so, because it is just a theme, isn't it? It's only Western, so anybody can do it. Anybody can make it up and do all that kind of stuff. They can make their own thing up, and how popular it is on the Bricklink Designer Program, I'm surprised it's taken them that long to do what they've done, because of course there's some incredible rebrickable Western stuff as well. Again, we've gone down that route with potentially how difficult it is to source some of the parts. But yeah, there's some nice Western bits and pieces. The trains are good sizes. So yeah, there's some nice bits and pieces available. No, the new stuff, John. No, not the Bricklink. The Bricklink's not included. So supposedly they're doing a Lego City scale Western stuff, John. Supposedly. So yeah, the Lego Western stuff, the old stuff's far too expensive, and the Bricklink stuff isn't in scale. That's just all too big. But the rumor is that they're finally going to be actually doing a scale that people can use, which means there is a good possibility to mix and match, just like the Winter Village. So if it only adds to the display, then you're absolutely laughing. But I don't know what it's going to be. Rumor has it, somebody said it might be the smaller version of the Bricklink train. That is what people are saying. And then if they're going to do that, it obviously will daisy chain on to other little bits and pieces. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm amazed it's taken them so long. I say this every single time. It's a huge thing that they've got at their Legoland parks. So why they've taken forever to do that, I do not know. Can I face plant him? How the hell is this supposed to go? His actual bum cheeks are getting in the way of this. What the hell? Is it? Oh, no. His bum's too big. We don't want that. That's not a good start. Now, they were saying that the shell was a bit of a pain, literally a pain in the backside, and they're obviously not lying. What is this all about? But no, if anybody's building anything, let us know what it is you're doing, and we can have a look, see what is what. So is his hip in the way again? Yes. Yes, it is. Right, that is in. There we go. Right. His bum cheek wasn't fully. His arse wasn't fully attached, basically. So that's what we've gone wrong. Yeah, well, that's it. That's it. It all depends what they're doing, doesn't it? All depends what they're doing, because if it just adds to, if it just adds to the collection, then there might be something. Yes, might be something different. But it's always nice to do bits and pieces, because the Winter Village stuff looks nice when you mix and match as well. So, but yeah, it all depends, doesn't it? All depends. But yeah, I think the Pirates out of all of those would be the more difficult one to do. He's going to fall over. Yeah. Honestly, what a set of cheeks he's got. That's ridiculous. You going to stand up now? There you go. His bum stops him from falling over. I'm done with the little forest for the Wolfpack Forest Den. I've used only pieces from 40725 and 40743, plus some extra green from the treehouse. Came out not too bad. Well, have you got any photos, Shibo? What have you been? 40725. Let's have a look, see. 40725. 40725. Let's have a look. Oh, you've gone from a cherry blossom. That's a very clever way of doing it. Shibo's getting technical. It's good part usage in these. We say it all the time. Certain sets are good for part usage. So 40725 is the cherry blossom, and 43. So you've done a hybrid mashup. So that's the two sets that you've used. Oh, that's an interesting one. Did you manage to use most of those parts? Isn't the candle quite big for that? To email it over, Shibo. Have to email it over. Right. So his shell is on, his bum cheeks are out the way, and we are carrying on with the blueness of absolutely everything. Reese says, post office crumble incoming. Would like a castle set too. Well, what you could do, Reese, is if you got loads of time to think about it, rather than actually backtracking anything, which is really expensive, you could start off with potentially, say, a Dustmark Keep or something completely different. They don't do at the moment the more, which I think is silly, cost-effective play scale. Is that a fair way to word it? So I would say like the Lego City. So I always associate like the Lego City and the Ninjago scale stuff is the sort of scale and size, which is obviously a lot more affordable. And I don't understand why they don't do that. Ultra, good afternoon. Yeah, that's it, exactly. Yeah, see, you don't know, do you? You don't know what way it's going to go. That's it. You can never say never. You can never say never. But yeah, see, they've all got different bits and pieces going for them. All sorts of different bits and pieces going from. We will see what the future are, because they've got the IPs for everything. They're all it's all hit and miss, isn't it? All hit and miss with a lot of those different bits, a lot of those different sets, and it's just nice, to be fair, that there is options. There is nice. Because Ultra was making a good point the other day. It'd be interesting if another company could come out with strong IPs, not their own, not Western Castle, nothing like that, like their own. We were trying to think what license would be a good one for another company to get that the Lego Group wouldn't do. That was a really interesting thing, because of course Mattel's got Mattel's huge. They've got Barbie, they've got He-Man, they've got all those kind of things, but they just don't spit them out quick enough. And obviously Lumi's fantastic for their own designs, which is great. Just wondering what property that nobody's done that would give, where everybody would be like, oh, I really want that. I've been thinking for a while. I couldn't quite think. Well, this is it. This is exactly what I mean, Ultra. So Ultra's got it. So the best competition would be like Rambo, Predator, Terminator, like maybe the 80s, classic 80s films. Be difficult to display, but you could have upscale models of those. But then the IPs would be very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. So yeah, it's always quite interesting. You think, oh, I wonder, because there's companies that have those licenses, but they don't have the brick construction license. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Because obviously, it's you only have one license against. You have the master license, and that's it. So, but yeah, I was just wondering what would I want? What would I want? Because you got all the different cars, but that wouldn't work as a theme park setting. Because it wouldn't be worth any company teaming up with a theme park, for example, and doing a ride. I think it might sell well, but I think they'd lose too much money on fees. That's the one thing I was saying. Oh, would I buy a construction set of a ride that I've been on? But nobody does it, so pass. Can I get the Thieves of Tortuga up? Yes, I can. Bricklink. Big set, that Thieves of Tortuga. People are building this up at the moment. Hang on, 5, 6, 5. So Thieves of Tortuga. Yeah, that's it, John. That's it. That's exactly what I mean. So it's like, until we know the ins and outs of how it all works, obviously we know that there's a Disney tax, we know there's a Star, and we know that that's across the board, and Hasbro and everything else, they pay through the nose for certain things. But other IPs, it'd be like, oh, I wonder what and why Mattel, for example, like their He-Man, the Castle He-Man, and they could have done loads, but they didn't. They did 2, and then they're really expensive, really, really expensive. Like the He-Man Castle, if you got it from the website, it was nearly £400. I'm just like, no way, that's much more expensive. Like, it was just astronomical amount of money. Then it goes on to an Amazon sale. It's one of the best things to pick up in a sale. So it's odd, very, very odd. They've all got their own different tactics. But no, this thing's massive. Who's after this? I just saw somebody can get. I just asked if somebody can get it up. Oh, Ultra says the Thieves looks incredible in real life. Got close to this weekend. Yeah, I think we can all agree. even if you've not bought one of these sets before, they are now going all in on those. Ah, fantastic. But I said this at the very, actually, to be fair, I said it at the start of the other stream. I checked to see if they put it up onto the Lego website, the new set, and they hadn't. But did anybody clock the Easter egg of the dinosaur that is on the sign in Lego's own Instagram video? So I'm assuming that we're going to get the car, and I'm assuming they're going to get the car and the Triceratops at the same time. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's cutthroat. We know it is. We know it's cutthroat. But they're revisiting older roots, because we were looking at these over the last couple of live streams. So like SpongeBob is Nickelodeon from, I mean, you got to go all the way back to 2001. Like you're looking at 25, 26 years ago. So they other companies have had these licenses, mind. And there seems to have been like a massive shift. I am still genuinely concerned for DC though. I've been speaking with this to Jay off camera. Jay knows all about the actual licensing, and afternoon to you, Jay, as well. With regards to the other little bits and pieces. Yeah, got it here. Somebody's just sent me it. So if anybody, finally, that's the box artwork. So I've just been sent that. It didn't take long. Nice size, that. And that's a very good price compared to the other one as well, isn't it? Because it's in a good scale. So the official images will be out tomorrow. They've got to be, or they're coming, or we'll check in half an hour. I don't know why they've left it so long. But the actual, oh, hang on. What's this? No, it's out. It's not, they're not leaked. It's out. It's on Lego's Instagram. That's the video from Lego. So you know what they're finding. So that's not a leaked image. They are now. It's official. Look at that, breaking. I've done something that's breaking news for a change. Good grief. So that is what that set looks like, which means if that's there, have they done it? 18 minutes ago, it went live. So is it on the Lego website? Yeah. Well, they have lost a few in the past though, John. But yeah, they seem to have, whatever reason, like the turtles and things, they seem to have got back. But like Stranger Things, they just didn't do anything with. Certain things they hold on to, certain things they lose. But I'm still very concerned with DC, because I don't know where that is actually going to end up going. Let's have a look. Have we got this on is it on the Lego website yet or not? That looks amazing on their own Instagram page. So now they've done that, it's got to be up on here, surely. Is it at a half decent price point, or have we already had a price increase? Is it even on here? Still not on here. It's got to be added soon. Got to be added soon. What's the SKU number? What is the SKU number? 77985. Is it on here? 77985. 77985. No. It is not on there yet. Well, there we go. We know it's coming, so that's a good thing. Well, it's the same head size, I do believe, isn't it? That's what they've done. But the Triceratops head didn't sell very well. That didn't sell very well because that went into a big sale. SKU's not alive at the moment. But like certain companies, they are just a conveyor belt, aren't they? You've just got to literally stick in your lane with regards to what it is you want and just get it yearly. Otherwise, it's too much. So the Triceratops, I saw this the other day. I don't know if it was America I saw this, and it was available there, or it was in the UK. It was on here. It's sold out. No. What was a Charizard? What was that then? Ah, it's still available. I thought this had gone. Maybe it was an older one I saw. So I'm assuming it's that head with the body, is what I'm assuming. Yeah, it's weird. It is bizarre, John. Everybody's got their own very weird and wonderful tactical. There's a lot more to it than we don't really understand in there, I think. There must be contractual obligations and all that kind of nonsense, which we don't get paid to worry about, do we? So, but no, I think that's going to be that's the head by the looks of that on their Instagram, Lego's own Instagram page. So, no, that's interesting. That'd be. I have made space for it in anticipation, just in case it was going to. So we'll wait and see. We didn't see what happens with that, but no, the official video, if anybody wants to see it, is on the Instagram page of the Lego website. So obviously have a quick look and see what you think, because it's all on there, including the scale, but they haven't uploaded the pictures yet. So they did this with Luigi, and then they made us wait a couple of weeks. So Reese says starting to take shape on bag 6 shortly. Amazing build so far. Good. The treehouse and camping is the plan eventually. Nice. I saw the A-frame of the camping adventure in the treehouse this weekend. They look really nice. Where did you go, Ultra Bricks, to see all of this? How have you seen this and not filmed it for me so I could have put a video together? I could have done a thing. I could have done a thing. Anybody else that I've missed in the chat, guys? Obviously, welcome. I can't keep up with everybody that's going on. So good afternoon to absolutely everybody. Obviously, with regards to the poll, 9 votes in. It's personal preference, isn't it? So 22%, 33%, 22 and 22. It's going to be tight. And that's where you need a lot of table space. I was with other. Oh, God damn. Other Lego people. Is that a it's not you, it's me, Ultra. Oh, that sucks. Right, I'll catch back up the chat shortly because I can't see anything. So I will catch back up with you. I'm so hurt I can't look at the chat for a few minutes. I'm gonna put his tail on and make sure I put it in the right bit. I'm currently bending him over. So as long as this is all put in, because I did so much wrong yesterday. There we go. That's where it needs to be. So I will catch up with everybody in a second. So I'm not ignoring anyone. It's just that I can't see it because of how this screen works. It takes up everything. If I had a second and third monitor, it would be absolutely fine. But from what I can gather, we are not worthy anymore. Not worthy. Shocking. Shocking behavior. Well, as we have clearly stated in multiple live streams, there is a lot better people to spend half an hour drinking your coffee and cup of tea. I mean, let's be honest. Jay just uses me as a toilet break, so that's how that's how high up the food chain I am. So, yeah, all good. Right, there we go. Let's catch up quickly. I'll read it back to front. So Ultrabrick says, I meant other, as in no, don't worry. My heart's crushed. It's fine. Yeah, Jay literally just uses me as toilet break. That's all he does. Every time he comments, he's normally on the toilet. He actually leaves me voice notes as it does a backsplash as well. So I'm not lying. John says, thank God for Google. I've obviously missed something with that. Ultra says the Enterprise in real life looks amazing, so much better than the renders. I know. This is why I think that's my biggest regret of last year. John's in for a hell of a treat when it gets put together, because I can't fathom how it looks so much better in real life than what it did. Oddly says, hey Matt, just popped into Walmart. Last stop in my Lego road trip. Well, keep it up to how you're getting on. Homeward Bound. So what have you actually picked up? And what else we got? Roaming. Yep. So that's it. They're yeah, you've also got to take into consideration with all the new stores and the new Legoland Shanghai that they've opened up as well. So they're always expanding of bits and pieces at the moment. But yes, that is it. That is it. And yes, there is a head of length back as well. I will catch back up with everybody in a second. Right, let me close some of these bits and pieces down. Oh, of course, yes. Oddly, I'm assuming now today is the day, so happy birthday to you. But yeah, John, when you build up your enterprise, I don't know what your tactic is with that, but honestly, it does look amazing. But actually, have you rang the Lego group to make sure you haven't got the sticker sheet with the wrong spelling mistake? Because they're sending out the stickers. So even if you've not opened it up, it might be I might be oh, what is it? Because you got all you guys and girls got it first, and I don't know what area it was that had the wrong sticker. That had the wrong sticker, right? Okie dokie. So where are we with this? So Ultra Bricks is seeing other people. Jay's using me as a toilet break. All good fun. All good fun. Right. So I'm currently doing. Actually, I'll show you the steps on this because obviously I can see it, but you can't. So this is quite a cool little bit. I just don't know how gappy it is. So the tails bit that I've just put on, his arse cheeks, his bum cheeks, just underneath, are taut, shall we say. So I'm building the bottom part of the shell. So I'm down here, as you can see with the arrow. So I will keep this on the screen just for a few minutes so you can actually see what I'm currently doing. Because if any of you guys and girls wanted to make a smaller version of this, I guess you could just do it. And that is the joy of these instructions. They are there forever. So if for many years down the line, when sets have retired, if you just wanted to download the instructions, and if you can, of course, get the pieces, you are absolutely laughing. Absolutely laughing. Honestly, I can't believe you missed it. I think let me go all the way back up because I'm talking. I know I can't see anything, but I am talking about bum cheeks. So I started the stream with him bent over, and then the stream crashed. So I literally had to add its cheeks, which I was not expecting to bend over a Blastoise within the first 3 minutes of a stream, but that is what has happened. Right, we will go through. Coming down. There we go. Right, so that's where we're at. Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, it didn't start. The stream didn't start off well. I was not expecting to bend him over and be like, "Oh God, what a way to start this!" I should have ended the stream that way, and then it all crashed. So I don't know if I suddenly got put into YouTube prison for adding a pair of cheeks or what. I have no idea. No idea. So yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those streams. It's been a very bizarre weekend this weekend. So very, very bizarre. Where are we going through? Yes. So yeah, we want to. There's not many bags left of this. This is much smaller. This build is much smaller than the other one. I still think they could have, because you can see this one by itself. They would have sold very well by themselves. But I keep saying it. I do like the fact it's on a base for what I want, but at the same time, it wouldn't have bothered me if it wasn't. I would have been more than happy with it not being on the base, obviously. Right, where are we at on this? On this one. Okay. Let me go through. Where are we? Is that? All right, magic stuff. I'm still amazed, because I will catch up with the chat in a second, because I can't see it, but I am amazed that Oddly managed to do a live stream last night from a hotel room while getting ready for everything else. I can't believe you managed to have enough signal to be able to do that. That's very lucky. No, I think I'm on it. Yeah, hang on. So Oddly says YouTube penalty for showing bare cheek. I think so, Oddly. Something has gone wrong, and yet there is potential. Let me go back up. Let me catch back up with everybody. So John's going to use the original stickers. I'm assuming that's for the Enterprise. I found the new polybag at Walmart. Check that off my list, of course. Cold polybag and spent 3 ships. Fair enough. Well, got them. At least you got it. At least you have managed it. Okay. Well, I suppose what you can still do, though, is that they will just send you a free sticker sheet. So you could just keep the sticker sheet mint and just keep it in the instruction booklet for whatever reason. I wouldn't go for it. I've had a couple of nightmares with stickers before as well. So let's have a look. Okay. Right. Magic, and magic. Where does that go? You go on there. Got a double on there, and double on there. You go on here. Then it's you, and you. And then it is that one. And it is that one. Magic stuff. Okay. Okay. So there we go. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I've got to get that Enterprise, I think, at some point. I do want it and need it. It's it was a mistake. Right, so that one goes up top. Yeah, that's it. So if you ever need to, Oddly, not that you probably would do, but if you're ever in the hotels, it's happened to me before. So if you're ever in the hotel and the Wi-Fi cuts out and there's a bit that lags, or like the start of it just takes ages to get going or whatever else, when you end the stream, you can literally edit the video like an upload in YouTube's own thing, and then it re-uploads it with that snippet bit out. So if for whatever reason, like, you know, you sit down, it buffers, and the first 30 seconds is just a load of nonsense, you know, because of you fighting with the Wi-Fi or whatever, you can just take that bit out. I've had to do it before, and it works really quickly. So if you ever get problems with Wi-Fi, or you ever have problems with live streaming or anything like that, you can take bits out if at all needed. So it's just something to remember, because that way you don't have to worry about restarting streams or anything. You just be like, I can just deal with it at the end, so it doesn't matter. But no, the fact you didn't have any crashes, you were laughing, so that's not too bad. But yeah, it's just handy to know with the live stream stuff that you can. It's all built in within its own thing. so you can do bits and pieces to it. And yeah, there's, you know, certain bits of stream that goes wrong or whatever, you can just take that bit. You can just take that bit out. So what it basically does is it re-uploads the live stream, and then you just set the other one to private and can then delete it. So it's just a top tip to anybody that is doing any live streams, and if anything kicks off, goes wrong, whatever, Wi-Fi, you can just take that bit out, and then you can just carry on. Yeah, so that way you don't have to worry them. So as long as you just don't panic. So, you know, whatever it may be, you can just be like, just make a mental note of where it is. So say, for example, this conversation at 35 minutes, you can literally just write it down on the corner, hit end stream, straight in, and then because don't forget how the live stream stuff works is that it re-uploads the video. So obviously it's doing it live now through YouTube Zone. It doesn't make a difference what software you do it with. And the second you hit end stream, you can take a snippet out. So if, for example, you get done for, say, copyright, that's one of them. So if, say, for example, you're doing a stream and there's the telly on in the background and a song comes on and you forget that it's too loud and it's 45 seconds, it uploads itself and then it'll come up with like a warning. It won't be like, it won't be a YouTube strike, but it'll just be a warning. What you can do then is take that 20 seconds out. So it just jumps, it just deletes it. Because can you remember the where it was the one where you and John were with me and we were looking at the smart brick? So I was doing the smart brick and I played the smart brick video. When that uploaded, it literally came up saying monetization gone. The smart brick company will get it. It's copyright stuff. Yada 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 yada. So then you can just all I did then was literally take that snippet out because you can just delete it. So it's like the old school line to line, hit delete, and it just goes away, and then it pushes all the video together, and then you're away. Yeah, so that's it. So you can it's just handy to know. So you just want it in your back locker. So yeah, that's a good. It's just handy to know. So it's all in there. The software's there. So if you ever have any problems or copyright stuff or whatever the problem may be, you can just hit delete and be done with it, and then you don't have to panic and worry about what's going to happen with the rest of the stream and everything else. And somehow I've tucked his tail, don't break, the wrong side of the shell. I don't think that sits on there, does it? There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's it. So that's smart break footage. If you ever just rewatch that bit back, that now doesn't exist in the live stream. Oh. Good. Hello to you, Ryan. Have you seen what I've done for you, Ryan, as well? See, I did remember. I've done a thing. So I've done a thing. Right, we are on bag 47. So we are. I did see Reese's question. There's 3 bags left, Reese. 3 bags left of this, and we are going to be done on this. And then I think we'll. Yeah. Well, now, Ryan, look what's beside your name. That's the thing. So yeah, look what's beside your name now. That's a permanent thing now, Ed. You and Reese. And I'll have to change that all the time, by the way. Oh, I have 2. Any idea what these are for? I've got 3, 4. I've got 3 or 4 Lord of the Rings rings. Put them in the wrong set, haven't they? See? They've obviously fallen out of Rivendell. Brickable World, how are we? Good afternoon to you, or morning, sorry. Good morning to you. Hopefully everybody is all right today, and we are plodding on and coping. That's all we need to worry about. So yeah, hopefully everybody's good. So like I said, if everybody's building anything, doing anything in the background, let us know what it is. Whatever it is, just let us know. We've got multiple websites that we can use for multiple companies as well, and then we'll be laughing. We will be laughing. But no, some bright colours being used on this. But yeah, only a couple of bags left on this one now, Reese, and then we're done on this one. And I think, to be honest, I'm still undecided whether to just carry on, which I'm tempted to do. And then during the week, we'll move the modulars, and then we'll move the architecture sets, so we've got a little bit more breathing space for them. Because there's no... I think I've got all of the smaller architecture sets that I want. It's just the slightly next level up. Oh, hang on. Reese is saying, going to build a post office. Hang on. Let me have a quick look, Reese. Bear with. Where are you getting that one from? So going to get the post office and then build it close to... Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Just build it close to the time. Yeah, it's a nice set. I think John might have got that one. I'm not too sure if John got that one or not. That wasn't out very long, which I was quite shocked about, to be honest. It was out a year. So the problem is with stuff that is out for such a short run is it will just skyrocket, and it will get to the point where it's just not worth it. And that was a really chunky, snowy roof. And the front of it looks nice. All right, the insides and the sorting bits, but the air balloon, I think, looks nice. It looks nice where I'm looking at. It's just a chunky thing. So, yeah, that post office, John, gone. It was out 1 full year and it went. So, very surprised that they did that went. So, yeah, I don't know why. They sometimes do that though. They just dump them all off at the same time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I think we all know what the next one's got to be. But then after that, it'd be interesting to see what it is that they do. But yeah, it's a good one to get, Reese, still, because you can, at the moment, you can still get it at John Lewis for retail price. So that's not too bad at all. Not too bad. Yeah, all good. But no, good afternoon, morning again. Sorry, Brickable. So hopefully everything's good. To be honest, it's a much better colour in person. When I saw it on the website, I was like, maybe wait until they rebuild it and put it into store. I would say just wait until they put it. Wait until you see it in store, because they might have it going around. Because that big Christmas tree, that huge oversized Christmas tree, is retiring this year. So yeah, that's something to think of and something to consider with all of that kind of thing. 93. So I will catch back up with everybody in a second. But no, some of those sets are they are nice. They are, and they work with a lot of other stuff. But it's such a rabbit hole that you are best off just getting what you can at retail, and don't go down the route of just trying to overpay, because they're nice. And to be fair, you could part them out. All the parts are available, and if you can just get a load of BAM stuff, that's the key thing. That's the thing you got to remember, guys and girls. If you can get on the website at Christmas, they'll do the BAM, or they'll do it on the website after, shall I say? So it's just a case of what's going to go on. So, yeah, it's just trying to pick him up at a relatively okay price. Where are we with this? I'm assuming its head's not very big. If there's only 3 bags left, I'm assuming I'm doing one side of the shell, then it's going to be the other side of the shell, and then it's his head. So again, not a huge amount going down with it. Right, just gonna have a quick look and see if they are going to be cheeky and put it up now. It's got to be coming up soon, both of them, surely. No. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. That'll be a tomorrow job, I think. That'll be up there tomorrow. Right, so we are on step 496 into 497. 496 into 497. I've literally just caught Ryan's thing. Yes, it is. The 8080 is in stock. That's the thing. Is anybody going to try and get that before the chaos and carnage of it suddenly selling? Well, I say it's because people are panicking. I don't understand why people are buying more than them, because there's no need really. Because I know people want to get a load of them for reindeers for the sleigh, which would make sense. Now they can, because there's plenty of them available. But is the same thing going to happen for the next one? But we all know it's going to be available, and it's absolutely fine. You do not need to pay more money for something that has just come out. It's absolutely pointless. So no, I haven't got that one. But yeah, you guys and girls can help Reese, because Reese's might be going down the rabbit hole of some of the Winter Village stuff. So if anybody's got their own favourite Winter Village sets, then let us know. Let us know what you would, if you could get 3 like Winter Village sets as a kick-off, like a start off. What would be your go-to sets? What would be the 3 sets that you would go? Actually, yeah, these are the 3. Probably would be a really good starting point. Right, this is all the shells starting to come together. Oddly's arrived at some sort of estate. I'm not too sure if that's your humble abode, or if that's your train, or a fancy station, or what. I can't keep up with you guys and girls with all of these bits. Yeah, the gingerbread is, well, we know who it's designed by, don't we? So the gingerbread house is a very, very nice one. So was that one of the last sets that the designer did? It might well have been. Just my home. I'm back at the estate. It's just my home. It's fine. Oh dear. You lot do make me chuckle. Do make me chuckle. Oh yeah, he did a fair few of them, but I was wondering what his last one was. I'm not too sure if John's still with us or not. John's still with us. He will know who he is. You might be wondering what the hell I'm talking about at the moment, but a light bulb will go off in a second. Be a light bulb moment. Yeah, they're the Winter Village. So it does look effective, and of course, because you can just do it once a year, then throw it away. You skipped the gingerbread. Oh, never mind. Oh no, what, the older one, John? No, not the new one. No. Of course, yeah. There's another one since then. That makes sense. My bad. Hang on. The old. I wasn't too sure that was in John's collection. This one. But maybe might not have this one either. So I was saying because John, we're having a conversation the other week about ambassadors, and it's across the board. It doesn't matter what company it's for. You know, there's different ambassadors now for completely different stuff. And I was saying to John about Tiago and about how he breaks it down in a completely different way with regards to why he realizes certain parts get used. And so, it's like a completely different breakdown. So me and John were having that conversation before, but this was his design. This is what he designed. And he did a few others as well. So he did really very, very nice sets. And then he left the Lego group and does whatever he does now. And obviously does these videos. So I was just trying to put two and two together. So, yeah. So we a lot of you know who he is. He's big YouTube channel. But that's the reason why he speaks how he speaks, because he was lead designer, I do believe, for a lot of projects. And yeah, that gingerbread house with the new elements that they used in the windows and all that kind of stuff was very, very, very good. And it's quite hard to get hold of when it came out. You forget how long ago that one was done. That's a scary thing. Like, again, with the elements that they have at the time. But no, it's that's a very, very solid set. But the newer gingerbread one, yeah, so that's the designer, John. So that gingerbread one that's on here, that's the designer. And then it's shipping a bottle. What else did he do? He did a few, didn't he? He did a fair few. So he did this one, he did the shipping the bottle, or in a bottle. I can't remember what it was. He did the ideas redo. Is it in a bottle? It might be. Hang on. Let's find the SKU number. Ship in a bottle. Lego. 21313 is what he did. 21313. Yeah, so that's the reason why it's quite interesting take. So that's the one. So you might have seen this one. So he was the lead designer on this. And again, I've seen this in person. Very clever. It's a very clever idea. Far too much money now, but when it came out, it was a quite cool little quirky little thing. So yeah, you got the little, literally a ship in a bottle. So the idea went through Lego Ideas, and then you're looking 10 plus years ago, not longer for this. So this was a very, very, very long time. So no, there was some very nice designs, and yeah, now does what he does. So that's why I tend to, because it's just having that extra inside, like, ooh. Oh, John's a massive fan of Crocs. Massive fan of Crocs. Let me go back all the way up. So John's a huge fan of Crocs. Reese says the gingerbread house is very nice. It is indeed. Just go with the small Winter Village base self to start with. Yeah, that's it. Exactly that. Sean is stuck in a stairwell. I think so. I did message Sean this morning with a sympathetic gif of somebody falling down a stairwell, and I got a response back, which I won't share with everybody. Sheba says, guys, what do you think of the new Lego Crocs? I'm not sure if you discussed them already in a previous stream. Well, what we can do, Sheba, is we've got the technology. We have had a very, very quick look because, well, they're out tomorrow, today, now. They just come out. I can't remember when they came out. Hang on. because the red things are one thing, but yeah, the Crocs themselves. I'll leave them on the screen for you lot to have a quick look at. So what we've learned in a very, very, very quick history lesson, there's 1 for children, 3 for adults, and these, the $36.99, are accessory packs for the Crocs. So you've got the kids are 59, and the rest that are 79 are, so 2 for kids then, are adults. That is the other thing. So yes, if you want to spend £37 on something that are larger elements that will fit inside the Croc Shibo, you can carry on. You can carry on by creating a croc in a bucket. Why not? Let's do that. What color are you going to go for, Shibo? Going to be rocking the Crocs here. Well, somebody's got to do it, so you can, because it's definitely not going to be me. That's for sure. Ryan would do it if it was a Willy Wonka Croc, I'm sure. Be all in on that. I'd like the chocolate bits and the orange Oompa Loompas dotted all over them. All day we'll be in for those, but no, for me, it is a pass. And I can just see people buying the accessory packs as well, just to have it. But we have checked the underneath of them, and they are actually meant for outside, whereas the others, those red things, are probably just meant to be in a box. The other Crocs are actually meant to be warm, which is a scary thought. So, yeah, it's one for you guys and girls if you want it. Somebody will. Shibo is obviously all in. All in. Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. Yeah, so they're your elements. 36. Just for them. Chunky change. Yeah, so you've got the gaming pack, Sunshine Garden, and the Master Brand, all for $36.99. Huge amount of money. Huge amount of money. There it is. There it is. Now that's gone. That's gone. Okay. Right, I'll catch back up with you guys and girls in a second. I'll just get a few more steps done. We can smash a little bit more of this out. That bit's done. So I'm on step 510 is the one that I am on. Five, 10. There. Go for it, Shibo. If you're happy with it, go for it. That's it. If you guys and girls are into your Crocs, you won't be judged. I mean, you will be judged. That's a lie. You will be judged by me and John, but you still go for it if it makes you happy. But the rule and regulation is that you have to send a photo of you in them, actually wearing them, and it will be shared on the stream. So there we go. That's what we want to see. But all the others sell massively quickly, don't they? The Star Wars ones go real strong, and all of those go really, very, very strong. I think it was Ultra was saying that they did a lime green, didn't they, for the big shoe? Was it the big brick? I don't even know what you call it. So yeah, go for it. Go for it. I don't know if that is just going to be like a regular release though, like the ones that are on there, because I see Adidas are doing something as well. I do believe. Ultra Bricks is like, I will also be judgmental. Well, you know, they'll be spoken about. They will be spoken about. But no, if you want them, get them. It's like anything, isn't it? If you want any of the sets, if you want anything from whatever it'll be, add what you want to your collection, and just be happy about it. That's what it's all about. That's all it's to do with. That's what we want. There we go, Oddly. Exactly that. That's the kind of banter we need. So yes, that is what you need to do, Shibo. You've shown off your collection. Now it needs to be your croc collection. While trying to do that. There we go. So there you go, Shibo. You're setting yourself up now. And what we can do is we can all score you out of 10 for the technique. I think that's what we can do. So we won't judge on the color, and we won't judge on the accessories that you will do, but you will get highly judged on the actual performance of the video that comes through. And we'll be there with our scorecards, a bit like the Olympics. We'll have a Croc Olympics. There we go. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? So I'm on step 518. Tell you what, this bit of this shell, this chunky thing. This is a big old fatty on this one. 519. The Riviera arrives tomorrow. Nice. So the eyeball arrived within 24 hours, and the Riviera was a couple of days. So it was obviously coming from different warehouses then. I'm assuming. Was it the same? Was it the same seller? I'm guessing it wasn't. Oh, I'm using the Lord of the Rings ring for an actual. That's a very bizarre use of a parts usage. That's a that. So the Lord of the Rings ring is now being used for something else. So yeah, Oddly's nailed that one. I think that's what needs to be done. I think that's what needs to be done. Absolutely. Oddly's going to be doing it himself as well, I would imagine. Get a pair for the birthday. Birthday Crocs. So I think I would have broken if I got the red ones. I think I'd have broken my neck trying to walk up in the air. I'd have just fallen, literally tripped straight over them, fallen straight down the loft ladders, and that would have been just gone. That'd have been it. You've just seen a pair of red Crocs hit the roof. My head first, straight down the loft ladders, and that was done for. That is what would have happened, I think. So if anybody is, like I said, building anything, getting anything, doing anything, let us know what it is that you are cracking on with. Because yeah, that Amazon sale definitely shook a few different bits up. But of course now, and I don't know, obviously clearly I don't know the term dates for the States, but I'm assuming the States and Canada will get some form of Easter sale. Because I don't know how long your Easter break is. So it's a fortnight over here, I do believe. I do believe. So it's not too long until that kicks off over this way, which means there'll be big sales again. So Amazon's done it quite cleverly, actually, because they've just sort of beaten the competition by just doing it earlier, which is a clever way to do it. But of course, it does mean that there might be other bits and pieces through the Lego website, and if there's not, so I would imagine there'd be loads of companies jumping in on it. So it might be there might be a good opportunity, of course, if it's all possible for people with everything that's currently going on. If people want to save some money, then oh yeah, I would go absolutely face planting, head first down a pair of those. I'd just trip over myself. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, that's it. Today is the day. Yeah, that is the same. So it's different. It's weird that it's different all across the world because every place has it differently in the world, which is odd. So yeah, it's that is a bizarre one. Why they do it, I have no idea. Well, differently, obviously. Right, where? One, two. So yeah, we've got all the Bricklink announcements on Friday for anybody that cares about them. There's keep our eyes peeled for across the board of sales for everywhere. So I do hover, I do look at other bits and pieces as well. So we'll see if those companies go at it. Because of course we saw in all fairness, Funhole did do a good try. I can't keep a straight face. I try and I can't. I can't take that name seriously. Lumi's such a better name for them. They had a really good appearance on the Amazon spring sale. So I just wonder if that will continue over Easter. Look at the size of that. It's a big chunky monkey. Oh, what a chunk. What a chunk. What are we going with this? Is it going in? I've literally got to ram it in its hole, do I? Let's get a click. Oh, nice. Nicely done. Now, why have I got all of those spare rings? They've given me 3 Lord of the Rings rings for 1 piece. Definitely haven't missed that. I'm going to have to go all the way back through. There's no way I've missed. No way I've missed that. No, put that on. They're good. They give me so many of those little spare bits for. Don't like that. There's 1 shiny piece on 520. And that is it. So I've been given 2 rings. There we go. I have the power with 2 spare rings for Lord of the Rings. There we go. Laughing. Right, so this is going on and in, shall I say, this side? That is that way, that is that way. And that should. Is it going to? I can't find the hole. Yeah. John's like, it's like, because they see you dropping the pieces all the time. So they've just given me 2 spare rings. But you only needed 1 of them, look. That's it. Just 1. Yeah, that's a fair shout, John. I'll take that. I'll take that. I don't mind. It could have been worse. You could have said, "Seen you drop in sets." They were like, "Yeah, that's the one." So Walmart, they had the Playmobil collectible figures. Yes, they've done those. The Playmobiles are big old. That's another sort of rabbit hole that you could potentially go down if you wanted to. Loads of IPs with Playmobil as well. They've currently got the Ghostbusters back, haven't they? That might be Oddly might have just written the comment of the day. I'll let that one come through, Oddly, because clearly they don't like it. Ramming up the funnel. And John's now saying 1 ring to rule them all. Well, yeah, obviously they've got the ruler's ring, and then they've got my ring. And I can now see why people were kicking off about this shell, because they've done it for Bowser, and this one is a little bit peculiar. Why am I being an absolute melon? I will share and show as I go to insert these bits and pieces in, because I need to line this big bit up into this on those two yellow holes, but it's angled at a really horrible way. So you can't actually see. I can't see the hole I'm supposed to be putting it in. It's like the lights have been turned off. No! Why? Can I make my life easier? Can I push those pins out? Let's make I'm gonna cheat is what I'm gonna do. If I push them on and slide and glide it in, we are absolutely nowhere for full insertion on that. Right, we're fully in. There was a click then. I don't know what clicked, but something clicked. Oh, it's heel. It's just hit me in the plums. Caught it. That's the bit that keeps falling off, and I can understand why people are getting see with it. It's a bit of a could have just put it on last. But yeah, okay. I can see why, but if you just push the Technic pin, so what you got on this side, look. It's like it's cold, it's all shriveled up. So if you just push the pins all the way through, you can get that part of the shell on, and then you can now push that bit all the way back on itself, and then you've given yourself a little bit of extra length, and that extra length now should allow me to put the next bag on. But as you can see, it is a lot more gappy than this one. So there you go. You can see this. You can see the size difference between the two. Right in the square in the plums, John. Square in the plums. I caught it though. It's just hit me right in the plums. Right, let me catch back up with everybody. Oh, right, there we go. Yeah, so that's the. So if you've seen it in the reviews, it's just a really random bit on the heel, and maybe it should have been curved, but it just goes in the middle of the stud. But yeah, so you can see that's a really nice shell on that one. Whereas to be fair, there's all right, granted, there's a few. I think what it is that they've used on this one, they've used the bigger curved bits, and on this one it's just more open. They haven't. If the pieces were curved like this one, it would have solved that problem. So yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. People aren't being too harsh on that one, but we will compare that when the other side of the shell goes on. Oh. Yeah, the Bowser's nice. The Bowser is nice. What else did you get today, Oddly? Come on, do share. Reece, you need to practice your length, by the way. Oh, good call. Oh, you got what, the older, longer one, John? The one that's going up my Daily Bugle? Or are you going to get the newer one? So you've got the newer one, which is a different size. There's one that's just come out, which is quite cost effective. This one. So if you want the bike, it's £9. One, but it depends if that's the scale that you're after. They did do a longer bike, didn't they? Which was much more detailed. This one's got a really nice Ghost Rider figure with it. But I'm not too sure if that's the set that you've got, or if you've got the original one, which is a big bike. Which is the Ghost Rider? What is that Ghost Rider playset? What is that? I've got it. I can't remember what it is. It's a street set, isn't it? That's the one. Yeah. 76058 is the other one. It's a nice bike, but it's far too expensive now. Oh, of course you can't. Right. So it's the Spider-Man team-up is the one that I'm thinking of, and it is a much longer. It's a much longer, and now it's far too expensive. So, yeah, the newer one, because that's the other one. The newer one might not be a bad shout. Benjamin B, how are we? John says, I just built the just built the new one. That's all right then. So yeah, if you one that you've got like an old school one, because it's a completely different character in this one. So this is the Johnny Blaze from 2016, and then you've got this one. Get back up on the Lego website. That one, yeah, slightly different. But this is in all fairness, I think we all can kind of agree that the Marvel wave for January for this, because even Reese got the Sandman set, didn't you? The three ones of those. They're just nice little things to add into the displays, and you can use them if you can use them for part usage, like John wants with the bike. Absolutely, you can't go wrong with that. I don't know, Ultra. To be honest, I don't know. The modulars are going to be moving either today or tomorrow, and it all depends on. They've always been difficult to display in a theme park. So the stuff to my left, that's staying as it is, but the Batman Shadow Box over, so basically the stuff that you can't see. So all of this stuff to my right, this whole side is going to change, which isn't going to affect any of whatever it is you see. Because I need the space to my right-hand side for the architecture stuff. So depending on, I'm going to make for the first time in this room a modular shelf and just see what the modulars look like on the shelf, because obviously we've got them all on this side, which you can't see. You can't see them there. And I'm like, So yeah, there's some bits that I'm going to do in chop and change, and just for obviously the Eiffel Tower and some of the other architecture sets, because there's some really nice architectural sets that are about, and I want to do them in the Miniland setting, and I think that'll work. I think it'll be quite a nice thing. So yeah, the modulars always they're always the first thing to sort of get shunted over, but I do like the ones that I've got. Really, I should put them somewhere completely different and just have a shelf somewhere else, because they do look effective. And if I did that, then yeah, over a period of time I'd like them, but no, I don't know. Yeah, see, that's the models. The models seem to be good, John, but it just seems to be that some of the vehicles and some of the characters aren't as, they're just a bit different, aren't they? So that's what I said before. It's good to mix and match the bits and pieces up, and like with potential for a mix and match and Western as well, you might be well away. But again, 13 votes in, and it's very close. It's a second place is a tie for Winter, Western, and Pirates, and Castle's only at 31%. So there's only probably one vote in it. So yeah, I think the modulars as a length look nice. I think a modular length of a shelf look good, or spaced out as a big city. Whereas stuck like this with no breathing space, I think it's just it's just one of those that I will put them on the shelf, because if I can add another shelf on, I'd have 2 shelves. I'll have 2 rows of shelving, because I've got this up top, that underneath. If I can get another shelf in, then I'd have more space for them, because they would fit in a Kallax, but I don't particularly want to throw them in a Kallax. I'd rather make a display up with them. I have a shopping list from Oddly. Yeah, so there's quite a few people, Ultra Bricks, I like the Western. John's all in on Western. Ultra Bricks is going for Western. Obviously, different paths, but just different displays, isn't it? It's just the theme. That's all we're talking about. So I will. No, that works. It's easier for me if you use this. If you use the SKU codes, I'll get them up. Let me just do a couple of stages, Oddly, and I'll whack them up on the Lego website. On the Lego website after. So. Let me just get a few bits of these done, and then we'll plonk them up, because I'm still keeping my eye out for the that Pantsy ski lift, because again it's just this side of the pond. It's just much harder to get those, and we've got a completely different warehouse and everything else. So. You get access to more ranges as such, but we obviously get the much easier Lego sales. So yeah, it's just a catch-22, isn't it? Oh, Reese is going medieval and fantasy. That's not a bad shout for a display. I think the key thing is, Reese, is just give yourself whatever room it is you want, and just try and stick to it best you can, because it snowballs. But I haven't got room for a Western thing at the moment. But no, because I didn't get the Viking bits. I didn't get some of the. I've got the older adventure stuff, but obviously that's not Western. But I've got the sand stuff. Yes, I saw the. It does look good, that train. It does look good, and the fact that they are motorizable, like a lot of the stuff is, it just adds to it when you can do that, and you can just sit down and add it all in. It makes a big difference to that. It's a good scale train as well. It is a good scale train. Yeah, that's what you want to do, Reese, because it just snowballs otherwise. So space is always a problem. I think that's one thing we can all agree on. Space is always a massive problem, because you go, oh, I really like that, okay, and then something's got to get sacrificed. And because I've got the larger sets up in here, it's like, oh well, yeah, I've got to do it this sort of way for what it is I'm doing. But yeah, I think depending on how this goes, we will be tucking in. How does that scale in comparison, John? There can't be much difference in it, surely, because they're, like I said, like a Lego City type scale. So I'm assuming that all of those kind of can mix and match, and you can do those with them. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see sort of like a side-by-side comparison of the two. Yeah, I thought so. I thought that'd be the case, because I think that's the scale that their Lego's going to be doing as well. So, you know, because I can see somebody getting potentially all 3 of them, which would be very impressive to actually see what they look like as a trio. Yeah, it'd be a very impressive thing. That is better. Thank you very much. That is better. Yeah, there's a couple. It all depends on how you want to do it. That's the question. So let us know your end goal, and I can give you some suggestions. Because if it's CMF wave, they look amazing in little picture frames with the backdrop. If you've just got a load of mix and match minifigures, there's something from Smiths that you can get, which has a backlight, and it could just be all the minifigures on the shelf, all standard around. If you're doing it from a display perspective, then obviously it's different things. There's different things that you can do. Or slightly larger than the Hogwarts. See, that's handy to know. I can visualize that, John. That's handy to know. Because that's a nice size, because a Hogwarts, in all fairness, that Hogwarts Express, I haven't got it, but that's a nice scale. That's a nice size scale. Right, a lot of mix and match. Well, if you're just going if you're just going for the sake of collecting random stuff for now, but there's no sort of end game, you're just doing it because you like it, but you're not going to add them to a city. If you're just doing that kind of thing, then you will potentially. I've got one. I actually did a review on it, and for some reason it kicked off. This is one of the videos. I don't know why that actually did do really this. Not available, I'm afraid, Canada and America, but it works really well. And you can get up to 80 little figures in it, or more. To be honest, you can get quite a lot of them in there. But it's wall mounted. You could just put them all in there if you wanted to. It's behind like a little thing. It comes with its own LED strip as well. And you can get a 5 shelf or a smaller shelf. See, there you go. Look, you've got a mini one. Because they do them, look, for Hot Wheels as well. Because they've, which is a pretty cool thing, to be fair. Because people were asking about these. That's handy to know. So they now do them for the Hot Wheel cars as well. Clever. So yeah, they made the rounds. So if you want something, I'm not saying this is cheap and cheerful, but it just depends on if this is the kind of thing that you want. Because, and also it depends on, if you're going for a full variety, it will be in here. If, of course, you're going for, you want to be a completionist for CMFs, do look very good in individual frames with them stood on the studs. So yeah, Ultra Bricks, I have a small picture frame with D&D background for the CMFs. I want to get a couple of Simpsons. Well, yeah, that's it. So that's the way to do the CMFs, Reese. If you weren't putting the CMFs in, that's something I wish I did from the beginning, to be honest. I wish I had picture frames all the way across the wood, because I think that looks really smart. I think that does look really good. Doing it that way for the CMFs, I think, worked well. But no, this LED display cabinet from Smiths, if you just wanted to, and it's a good way of keeping them safe. It is a good way. I can show you it on the next stream. I've got it literally not doing anything in a box. So I can send you videos of what you think it looks like. But yeah, you just put 3 AA batteries in it and just literally clip it on. But you could get quite a lot of characters in there, because it's a fair few studs deep. But there is a thing on the channel. Like I said, I've already done a video on it. I just threw something together really quickly. Didn't actually care about it, and the amount of questions I got asked about it was loads. So that's not a bad way of potentially doing your minifigures. So the only thing is, with, because obviously, like, all the base plates I've got like I said this to Reese before, they're not official base plates because they're too expensive. You get multiple packs on Amazon, but you do have to be careful, and that's the only thing you've got to be careful with, is certain types of base plates might not be the correct, perfect hole size for the figure. So if you just put a piece on top of it and put the minifigure on top of that, it doesn't matter. So food for thought, Reese. Yeah, if you just want to throw, because like the magazine stuff and all that kind of thing that you're doing, they could just go in there safe, and that is not the biggest thing in the world, but you could go to Smith's and see it for yourself in the box. So it's a way. I think it's a good way of doing it. I think it'd be a good way to do it. But if you are doing just the CMFs, then I would. If you're going to start off with, like, for example, this current series, because they are something that people love collecting. Other people don't, I know, but some people really enjoy it, and that's all they collect. They literally just collect the CMFs and nothing else. The frames are the way to go. Have them on the wall, series 1 all the way through, with a nice little backdrop printed in. You get the actual piece that they stand on in the frame, and it does look very good. It does look very, very, very good. And I wish I did that, but I didn't. But for the minifigure, the actual minifigures, I keep them all in the sets. I just keep them all together. So that's how I do it. But if you want them on show, that's why I asked what your actual end goal is, because that way you can have them on show. So yeah, you've got options basically. You've got options. Yeah, that's it. So John doesn't get the CMFs and keeps all the figures in. I do this. I've got the. I don't get the CMFs now. I wish I got the Spideyverse, because I think that would have gone really well with the adding to them. But I would have just thrown them in with a display. I wouldn't have done them separately. I know people buy 2, so they'll get one in a frame and one for display. But it's just too much money. Too much money. So yeah. And of course because now the minifigures I need for all the Miniland area that I'm doing, it's just generic characters. That's all it is. So I can just use my old stuff from the 90s and just throw them in. So I've got tons and tons of them from there. So I can utilize them how is ever required for those different bits and pieces. Yeah. No, there's stuff that you can do. Yeah, that's the one. If anybody got the D&D set, that is one of the series that just kind of added to the set. So you would have just got those and then just open them up and actually just put them in the set. So you wouldn't have needed to have done anything. But of course, the people that do it in a frame, they would have to get 2, and it snowballs and it's just very expensive from there. So the D&D CMFs were very good, and it added to the set. Whereas some of them, they're obviously just like a standalone thing where you kind of go, yeah, I don't need them. Yeah, see, that's it. So John's got a big collection of clone troopers. I think it's kind of it's one of those, like, when you go in for the figures, you kind of just stick to one aspect of it to start with, because it's just a minefield of, because if you start to get multiples of things, you've got to kind of have an idea for displays. So obviously the Star Wars one is a big Star Wars display. But like, if you were, say, for example, for the Ninjago stuff, if you got the Old Town, it comes with every minifigure that you need, minus a few 15th anniversaries, but you got the 15th anniversary stand. So the anniversary stand has the add-ons to clip it in. So that's self-explanatory. And then if you wanted for the if you wanted the 10th anniversary, which is all the golden ones, then you could just have them separate. Same thing with Harry Potter. You can get the golden figures and not actually get the sets. That's where you would have to think, okay, what can I put them in? so they work. That's the only way you would have to really consider the way you were doing stuff for figures, and everybody's got their own way of doing it. Really, everybody's got their own way of doing it. So it just depends on what it is that you're after. Some people buy the set solely for characters. Some people could not give a flying toss about them at all. Some people, again, we've had this conversation. Some people now, as we know, solely get it for part usage because they love to mock stuff. So they'll look at a set and not actually do anything with the set. They'll just use those pieces. Obviously, Shibo's done something similar with the 2 flower sets and then adding them in for a medieval display. So everybody's got their own way of doing it, and everybody is as mental as each other when it comes to it. So but yeah, it's just doing what you can do. Just doing what you can do. Shiva says, I keep my minifigures in the sets. Only collection of minifigures I have with no home yet are the DC Batman characters and the villains. Well, that's it. If you've got Arkham, for example, or something like that, they could potentially go in there, no problem. So honestly, if a set does not have enough good figures or reuse of common figs, I'll pass on it. Happened with the Ninjago one last year. Yeah, that's it. So some of them are like that. That is exactly that is the thing. So some of the sets are like that. But some people buy them for figs. Some people buy them for other reasons. It's amazing, really, how many people collect differently. That's the thing of it. But they've definitely gone figure heavy this year. Definitely. And we've seen that with Tintin as well. There's clearly a thing that they're doing now with, okay, we're going to reel them in. They give people enough minifigures because that's what people like to display and add and make displays up. Because obviously, personally, for myself, the minifigures, the advent calendars are the important things to me because I can add them into the Winter Village stuff. That's my big, like, okay, I do want to add more in this year, get some more elves for different bits and pieces, because it's the one thing that I really make big bits up with. Whereas all this other stuff, it's all meant to be a functional bit. So obviously all of this is going to be a big theme park attraction, big walkthrough. And now we're doing it with the architecture and the Pokemon stuff. I just need numbers for people to walk around and make it look busy. That's all I need. Oh, we got. Let me catch back up with everybody. Right, Reese says you won't be out for the Old Town. No, don't rush in the Old Town. Wait until a sale or double points. There's no need to rush for the Old Town. Yeah, see, that's every different company comes with its own thing. So obviously the Playmobil's much higher, much bigger scale. I mean, if you know what the end goal is, then you could just get random figures, leave them in that little thing from Smith's, and then pull them out and put them into a city. Because John said I've got a bunch of minifigure cases, but I haven't used a couple so far, mostly for Marvel, because I don't want them in my city. That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, obviously, if your city includes the sets behind me, you can literally add them into that straight away. But if you haven't got the space for them anymore, or that kind of thing, then they wouldn't be, they wouldn't be in your display. So my Marvel characters now is literally staff entertainment. So when you walk around the theme parks and you see the people all dressed up, that's how I can get away with using them. Because if I didn't have that, then I'd be like, well, I don't really know what to do with them now. So yeah, it's all different ways for different things. Yeah, so again, we were talking about this yesterday. Like the Tintin minifigures weren't there, were they originally? There was one, maybe. They've taken something away, added Tintin, and they've added all the other people in it. So they seem to be, and they did that with the Goonies, didn't they? They did that with Goonies. We know that they were stuck with who to add for Star Trek. Clearly, they've got a lot more that they might have tried to design or do for Star Trek. So it would be fun to see what they would be doing later down the line. But I still think the Star Trek dangling off the ceiling is the way to go for me. Yeah, that's it. That's a good way of doing it. That's it. So that's what I meant about people buying the CMFs twice. You got one for play, one for display, and John's done that just because he's got multiple of them. So it makes perfect sense. That's it. Some people sell them on, some people sit on them, some people keep them. It's all different ways for different things. Oh, well, there must have been a problem because I've only got one ring for this bag. So my 2 spare rings from the bag, maybe they gave me extra in case I lost this ring and knocked this one off. So I'm doing the same bit on the opposite side. I don't have an extra ring on this one. They've given me the 2 in the first one, but no spares on this one. Shock, horror. Yeah, so with the Marvel figures, don't forget now with Doomsday coming out, they should all be reprints now. They should all be new bits. I'm not going to lie, oddly, I haven't got a clue who Tintin is, but apparently it's massive. It's a big comic from the 50s, 60s. That's when it first came out. So it's it'll be huge in certain areas, massive in certain bits. Some people it means nothing to, and other people it will sell really very, very, very well. But yeah, a lot of people have spoken positively about that, but it's gone straight over my head. I was literally sat there dribbling, going, I don't know what this is. So, but no, at the end of the day, if it makes somebody happy, fine. If everybody questions it, so say for example Wonka, if everybody sort of suddenly goes, hang on, why does Willy Wonka look so different? I prefer the original, yada yada yada. Then clearly they've screwed the pooch. Whereas with this one, everybody thinks it's an improvement. And what I mean by that is now we've all can gather that the Lego Ideas banner, it is now just a concept of an idea. So what you're voting for is not the end result. And Tintin seems to have been praised highly because they've got rid of the stand that probably wasn't needed in the first place, and they've given you the full crew, apparently, including the dog. No, I didn't pick up the white one today. This one's not too bad though. The berry, it's okay, sugar free. It's sugar free again. So oh yeah, oh there you go then, John. That's why you got so many of the characters. So yeah, you could probably make a real nice like case display up of all of those. They look nice actually, and you can have them if you wanted to. You can have them on there, and obviously put the others in the set. But you can't really cipher. You can't really cipher the bodies of them, can you? Really, it's just going to be the same thing. Yeah, that's it. You got a lot of this. You've got a lot of duplicates on there. A lot of dupes. A lot of dupes. That way goes. That way. That's where we're at. That is where we are at. 577, 578. And we're going in there. Magic stuff. No, I didn't go full length on that. I thought I would like to sleep this week. Oh no, my ring. my ring's fallen off. Got it. Oh, there we go. There I am teasing it, saying I didn't get a spare ring, and I've just dropped it. Tell you what, we've had some comments today, haven't we? Squaring the plums, and I've just dropped my ring, and we started off with a pair of bum cheeks. What has been going on in this stream today? There. There, and there. Got you. I've got a loose ring. I've lost my ring. Good Lord. Lost my ring. Come on. There we go. Perfect stuff. No, I've not seen the Black Panther mock. No. Oh, Chima. Yeah, figures are good. Obviously, it bombed, didn't it? It didn't do very well, which is a shame because, like I said, America was a big place to go to see Chima for the theme parks. They've still got the models to this day. There's like a special history piece where you can actually see it because it was the same as that and the is it something Knights? What was that? The other futuristic castle stuff that they did. But no, the Chima characters. I've got a few of them here actually. I picked some up because I do like them. Nexo, there we go. Well done. So yeah, the Nexo Knight minifigures are completely different. The Chima stuff is not too bad. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think you're right. You've literally just nailed that on the head. There you go, Audley. That's exactly what I would have said. But no, so 9358, I have not seen the Black Panther mock, but I have to hunt that one down. What was that? What was it using? It's complete mock, or is it the Is like the big bust? Was it? Because have people been seeing the big bust that's going around of the Joker? Because that's been pulled out of the Lego house now. Because that's been there for a while, and that's now making the rounds. Those were amazing. They're huge as well. But yes, Reese, I've got a loose ring. Oh yeah, that's it. Let me catch up. Let me catch up. So yeah, with the Harry Potter characters, I don't know if you could just use the legs and the hair pieces for something else, John. I don't know if you can just get a load of wands and have them dotting around and put Christmas jumpers on them or something. I don't know what you could do to potentially save those. But then potentially people might like a full set. If you sold them as a full thing, people might like that. Potentially. You're getting a full brand new non-built. People go mad for it. Yeah, some of the characters are good. It just the show itself just didn't do fantastically well. And then well yeah, it all went wrong, basically. It's the simplest way of saying that. Did not end well. Yeah, I think the key thing is if you can just utilize them best you can. That's all you can do. Yeah, Nexo Knights wasn't out for very long. I watched like the first 2 episodes, and then suddenly started to do a load of Pokemon research and just haven't got back to doing that yet. So there's the long length again. There's my length. Come on. go there. You go. Assuming you're going to go there. Definitely don't go on top. You've got to go underneath. Yes, sir. No. What did we see yesterday about that? So this holding on to any of the Bionicle, because that was that the original. Was that the thing that we were looking at yesterday? What failed for Botanical or Bionicle? Sorry. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. So there was a Bionicle. There was a Bionicle failure, I think. So we know how this works. Brilliant Designer Program, down to the program, go to past programs, not current series. And then if you go down, because we did this last night, funny enough, you go down to the Invitational, 15 designs won. But I never realised that some of them didn't actually fund. There. Yeah, I wasn't lying to you. Look, see? So one of the only things that it was the only one. So we know how it works. And it just didn't hit the target. So that's why the instructions aren't available. So it failed. And the accelerator failed. These round 2, they all got through, but the quest builder failed, as did the Ruin House. So it seems to be, even though it was there was a day and age for how popular this theme was. It's they even tried to do it as a giveaway, didn't they? But it just seems to be they cannot get this theme back up off the ground. I don't own any of them. I don't know any of them, but I thought I saw that last night. Let's have a look. Am I caught up? All right, there we are. So yeah, I thought that's what it. I thought I saw that, but I don't know if you obviously you can't because there's no instructions available. You couldn't part that and build it yourself. But I'm assuming that isn't the scale of the because that's not the right scale of them, is it? So that isn't the right scale to do with them. Yeah, there was. So that's a fan theory. That oddly, that wasn't officially confirmed, but it was. They could have tied it in because at one point they're like, "Oh, is it one of the realms that is talked about in Ninjago?" And it isn't. But no, I was reading into all of that, and I think I carried on reading, and somewhere it said no, it wasn't officially confirmed, but that would have been a pretty cool. That would have been a pretty cool thing to have been. You know when you've got a part in your hand and you are more than 100% positive that you've messed something up. That is me right now going, why have I got a big brown piece left? I don't know where it goes. I'm assuming just from elimination, it goes there. It fits there. That's where it's going to go. I've been looking for it. I've been trying to tactically look for it while reading the chat at the same time. My brain can't compute with it. The shipping it did. Hang on, it did. So that we'll jump back to that. That one went through, Reese. So this one failed. For whatever, like I said, this was before I that stuff I don't 100% know. But this one just didn't. I don't know how the rules and regulations worked on this one. I'm sure this is pre-Lego Group. I'm sure this is what caught the Lego Group's attention. But the big fishing boat, it did go through. See, the great fishing boat. So you can download the instructions now if you wanted to, and you can see the part usage that you need. And if you can part it out, you can still do it without having to backtrack it and buy it. So that is the thing. Because of course, granted, they're limited edition sets, and it just depends on what it is part wise. But this is the instructions. So yeah, you can just tuck into it if you wanted to. You'd have to do a horrendous amount of research into what would be needed. Because that's the same thing with some of the giveaways, isn't it? People go mental for giveaways, and the parts are there. You know the price of the parts now because it's on the Lego website. So that's how you would do it. The boat made it through. How many episodes are you in the first season in Jogama? I can't find some of the last few episodes on YouTube. Go straight to. I'm not 100% sure, Reese. I watched all of mine on ITVX. So maybe have a look on ITVX and see it's there. And have you seen the pilot episodes on ITVX in a separate tab? So depending on how you started, you might not have seen the first 2 pilot episodes, which a load of people miss. So you need to watch those. And again, they're easy findable on ITVX as well. And of course, other streaming services are available, but that is the only thing I can actually get my hands on. So Older Brick says, if you type in the ID into Rebrickable, yep, this is it. I know where you're going with this. You can get the full parts list and get an idea of the price. I've been thinking about Del Boying the Bricklink Designer Program bowling alley. Yeah, that's the way to do it now. Because some of those sets are just not worth the money. If the parts are still available, you can literally just make it out. Because that's the thing. Like, you guys could make this without getting the actual set. Obviously, it's a lot of work to get all the parts and everything else, but that's how you can do it. Let's crack on. And then what? In the middle of it, oddly, it would just be something that I've messed up. There was a pop there. You heard that. The reason why I'm doing that is I trapped my thumb in it yesterday, and his leg fell off because my hand got in the way. Right, is this going to slide and glide in, or is this going to be a right royal pain in the shaft? And can I not find the hole? Get in. Oh, that was pure penetration, that was. There we go. Oh, his bloody eel's falling off. The whole shell's now falling off. Oh. Well, I've clipped it together, but now the whole thing's falling off. I might cry. My God, that rolled. I'm off for an adventure. Back in a sec. Well, at least I built the shell strong enough. So Oddly says, I want an off by a stud shirt that says, let's crack on the front. Well, in my defense, minus all the bits that's just fallen off, the actual bit that I built is fine. The bit that is attached to, that is a lot of weight on just that. That is a lot of weight. And now I can't remember what bit that bit goes on. There's the heel bit. That's the bit that everybody goes ballistic for because it is horrible. I'm putting it straight back on. That has to be, it's in double digits how many times those heels are falling off. Yeah, yeah. Well, that I think that might have been. I might have just been a bit vicious with that. But there's a lot. There is a lot of weight to this. There is a lot of weight to this. So I didn't think I didn't think it'd been that much of a problematic. But everything else has been solid. But my only problem is now is how the hell am I supposed to push this back on? Because we can see where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go there. It goes across. It's exciting. Honestly, never a dull moment. If you want somebody that knows what they're doing, go somewhere else. If you want to be, I was about to say, if you want to be entertained, like the Gladiator, Russell Crowe, are you not entertained? Then you definitely need to go somewhere else because, well, his bum cheeks stayed on, so that's good. His bum stayed on. Now, can I very carefully push this on? But the 8080, honestly, is the most. It's the most stable set I've ever seen. I mean, you can see, like my 8080, it is fully intact. There is not a single piece missing on my 8080. Look, nothing. There's not like anything has ever fallen off my 8080 for absolutely no reason. It's not like I've ever come back in the following day and I don't know, his stomach's fallen off or his head's fallen. I mean, never. It's never happened. And I would like to clarify that this Death Star, which has been abused multiple times trying to get it on and off that shelf and for a review video, not a single piece has come off that. But the whole, I mean, it is a remarkable work of art, that is. I mean, you can even see its hip. It's all fully attached still. God damn, honestly. All of my sets contain a percentage of this 8080. Yeah, because it just disintegrates. So it's in the Rivendell. It is. I haven't actually got the Rivendell out yet, but there will be some part of that set in there. And all we tried to repair, it's not even like I tried to repair it. I just wanted to carry on building it. I will do a full strip down and a repeat build on that. And we will see. And I will prove to everybody. I could do it as a charity stream, couldn't I? We could do it as could you imagine that? Like a non-stop stream until it's repaired and built. It would be thrown against the wall. By the time it got anywhere near being done, it would be launched. Absolutely launched. I put those bits on too early. Oh, balls. How the hell am I supposed to get this back on here? Oh, don't you dare. Oh no. I might have to take its shell back off. I can't see what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing at all. I don't know how to put the shell back on. Ah. Oh. That'd be a nice thing. That'd be a nice thing to do, oddly. I've just been hit again by its heel. I've lost count of how many times that's come off. Right, I'm stumped now. What to do with this? I don't know if I'm going to have to. Yes. I don't know if I built this on a big stream though. Oddly, I don't know if I could keep my language. No, Burger King is just called Burger King. No, Burger King is Burger King. And whoever told you otherwise, Oddly, is lying. We don't do that round here. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone. Is that the problem? None of you told me that, did you? None of you. You've been looking at this shell the whole time. Have I put the top of that together wrong? I'm going back hundreds of steps now. Have I put it literally in the wrong hole? Or is it supposed to be underneath? No, I haven't. Okay. Oh. Oh, you're joking. I put it in backwards. What an app. So this bit here, that bit, which looks like it how it should be, I put the flipping thing about 400 steps ago in the wrong way. So this bit I put the... I think it's in the wrong way. I think. So it looks like it's the triangular bit is the opposite way. So which way does this go? Oh, you are an absolute monumental. What a dick of a human being I am. Right, that'd be why the flipping shell wasn't fitting on very nicely. There we go. That's a little bit better. What a pleb. That still doesn't look like it is on the... I'm sure that's still not. That looks like it's supposed to tuck underneath that. Might cry again. Passionately. How am I not? How can you not? There's just not right. What have I not done? I'm dribbling. I am honestly. I don't understand. I'm sharing this with you, aren't I? Yes. So the bottom of that shell, we are happy. Bottom of the shell, we're happy. And it's sat on the bottom. But even that, I think it's a... Right, that's sat in the right place. So what is wrong on this shell? Oh, what is going on? Is my shell too tight? Oh dear Lord. That's it. I need to retire. I need to retire from the game. So these these bits on the side are facing outwards. And again, nobody... Oh, bloody hell! Nobody... You've all been looking at it and all said how nice it looks. Mine are facing up. So I think my shell has too much tension in it. And there's a very, very good possibility that this is going to be thrown that direction. Unless I can get this bit to fit back in here. Off by a whole shell. Oh, what? Honestly, I'm amazed. I've actually amazed myself by how bad this is. Don't get. Why can it go that way? Why can't I get that to line up? We've got a hum going on. There's a humming. Bit of hummus. I've clearly ballsed up the first bit. That's a foregone conclusion. It doesn't hide the fact. I could be like, yeah, it's done, and then spend like the next 6 hours trying to repair it. But that goes up that way. It's the Technic pin, the actual tooth in the pin, isn't lining up with the its side flaps. I have got side flap issues, and I'm not 100% sure why. Oh, Reese says, just had a squirrel and frog on bag 6 of the A-frame. Nice. Yeah, I put the angling completely wrong. So I've managed to get the shell in, but somehow it's obviously not right, is it? So it's the outer edge is what I fluffed. That's what I've done wrong. It's the outer edge. So that bit is correct, and then that bit should go underneath there, which it does. Then it's supposed to go in those pins to the side. But I can't get. Oh, it can't be that difficult. I can't get. I'm basically trying to put a hexagon shape inside itself. And I don't know if it's me. Does it need to be pulled right over? Oh, it just. Oh, God. Damn. There, it's in. So they're not straight. They go all the way down. Oh, I've taken his heel off again. There you go. So that's what it is. Where are we? Where are we? Where are you? There. So that's the bit. That was my balls up. There we go. I've done a thing. I fluffed a thing. Done it wrong. And now we're back in the game. And that now should connect straight up with that, which is golden. Yes. There we go. So that shell now, see, didn't tell me that, did you? Is now flush, top and bottom. Monumental. Numpty. Right, let's go all the way back to that. Get that bit back on. 46 bags was a good run before being off by a whole shell. Oh, there's only the head to go. That's the thing. But no, I was looking at it going, why is it so gappy? That's counting all the pieces. Have I put one piece in? No. Oh. It was the ring. I was literally off by that, but not the ring that you guys and girls think it was. Silly. That was literally 100 and something steps ago. And now we're back in the game. So these bits go back on. I wonder that's why it had so much tension and it pinged that bit off. I could have lost an eye. There could have been a serious injury. I could have lost an eyeball because I didn't build the thing properly. Both of its heels have fallen off now. There. Right, so we are inserting these bits back in. So that bit is on there. And that bit is there. That's this now. Now it's a lot more gappy because there's a lot more space. So when I was going, oh yeah, I can see that there's a few gap. No, it's much gappier now. So that's now all back together properly. Can you see? But you can also now see the gaps. Those gaps weren't there before. I hid the gaps. He needs something. He needs. I need something. I think I'm now regretting not having that relentless. To be honest, I think that is the problem. I'm looking around, going, I haven't got any supplies up here whatsoever. There we go. So that is it. That's that bag done. We have literally got one bag left for its head, and the shell, look, is absolutely nailed. There's no top and bottom's fine. Push this piece in so many times. I don't know how many times. I don't know how many more times I'm going to do it before I just don't add it on. There. Right. We have one head. Can I get it? I don't know what hip swivel I've got. There. Oh, there we go. So he's up a little bit more. There's his belly. His bum cheeks is still attached, just in case anybody cares. See? There's his little bottom. Yeah, it looks good. It does look good, to be fair. Just when you build it properly, oddly. That's what it needs to do. When you build it properly, you're absolutely laughing. So, this is the final bag. So, one bag for his head. So, I don't think its head's going to be very big. I don't think the head's going to be very big. So, yeah. One more. Oh, we have an eyeball print. Of course, there's no stickers on these, are there? So we actually have a cheese slope with a print. That's nice to see. So when's your next live stream, Audley? When are you going to do your next one? Now, how you getting on with your build, Reese? It can't be this bad. I wasn't even off by a stud. It was literally just facing the wrong way. So that's why the shell was so thing. I had multiple holes I could have put the thing in, and I decided to put it in the wrong one. That's basically what I did. Take it as you will, but I have literally put it in. It's now fixed. It's now correct. I've gone all the way back 2 or 3 bags to get that repaired. And now we're good. So I've just got to go all the way to the last bag of this one, which is 49. And it is, yep, that's right. I'm not missing a bag. The whole thing's his head. So that is good. And I don't really think this should take too long to put together. A-frame is going well. Nice and steady. Slow and steady. And we have a bit of length. Nicely put. Nicely put. What's Oddly saying? Oddly says, so I got this week off. Tuesday, I'm doing the St. Patrick's Day brick crawl stream with friends. Wednesday, Brick Together and I are going to go live doing the upscale regular minifigure, and they're doing nice. That'd be a good combination for you two. And then Friday, we'll either be doing a Ninjago set I got for my birthday or going back to the Book Nook. Very nice. Well, Oddly be the one to speak to, Reese. John's got them all, and Brick Together has they've got few. Definitely got the pirate. They've definitely got a few of the others, and they do look very good on their stream. They do look very, very good. So, yeah, nice. Nice. The only one I've got is the Santa. That's the only one I can say I've got. So I can't really enter the conversation properly because I've got really nothing to compare it to. So, but all I know is they are exactly the same size, and they do look good. So, I think the nice thing about them, I think John even agreed as well, that the builds, it's for whatever reason, it's quite a relaxing build. It's just like, oh yeah, that goes together there. It's easy enough to put together. It's just that you can do it having a chit chat, and you're all good. I know there was problems over in the States for the pink, which got sorted out, but yeah, you got to get the pirate when you go over there, Reese. If that's what you're thinking of doing, well, maybe you'll see the pirate, and then you might want to get the others. So you might as well wait. I don't know when the others are retiring though, so. But no, Billing's easy enough to get to. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Because I don't know. Because we were talking about it last week or earlier on. I can't remember when it was. It was in the last 7 days about with obviously everything that's happening and being a little bit more selective with stuff about maybe using rebrickable more. And I actually don't know if Rebrickable do the any alternate builds for the minifigures, like the upscale. So I don't know if somebody's like mix and match 2, so you can just chop and change. Talk of the devil. How are we? Brick Together is in. We were just talking about you. We're saying about the upscaled figures. Hopefully everything is good your end. Hopefully everything is good at your end. Yeah. Yeah, doing your minifigure combination stream, which is I think they did that. They're just a nice, relaxing build, aren't they? They are good. Yeah, they might. They. To be honest, I think you'll probably get an astronaut a year. I would imagine you're going to get a blue one, then you get a yellow one, you get a pink one, you get a black one, because they do a Lego Movie 2 set where it's a pack of 4. So the classic space characters, I think there was 5 classic space characters. So they will probably just do a recolor and just add a slightly different bit in, because that's what they've done. They've done them in minifigure form before. So it wouldn't surprise me over a period of time that you're going to get those. You might get a Mrs. Claus, you might get a few others as well. But they will look, they do look good together. See, that'd be a fun thing, and absolutely, again, they could easily do that. But it's endless now. What they can do now is just be like, all right, people want them, so they're just going to do 2 or 3 a year, I would think, and they could literally just be like, yeah, we're just going to do this, just going to do this, just going to do this, because it's a bit like the brickheads. The way you put them together would be the same, but you obviously get a different end result, and they do look nice finished. They do look good. So, like, I think I would get more if they did more winter stuff. I would get the others, but I just haven't got anywhere to display them. That's the thing. But yeah, they could go very, very deep onto that if they wanted to. So I think people would like, I think. But I still think they shouldn't have put the pirate as the exclusive. I still think they should have done it the other way around. I think the red hat one should have been the exclusive, and the pirate would have kicked it all off on the website. So, but I'm not in charge of that, am I? So nothing to do with me. Yeah, see, again, they could do a Johnny Thunder. They've done a pirate. They could do another one if they wanted to. They could do all the classic characters. The skeleton would work. And then you get all sorts of stuff. There's tons of like classic characters that they could do. Yeah, they could, but then that's very similar to what Mattel's just recently done, and you got IP prices on top. So they are going to do a Darth Vader, which you're going to pay extra for, but as a Johnny Thunder, it will be the same price. So yeah, it just depends on like, it's a nice line for people, but I just don't. I was going to say I don't know if they would just stick to their own, but clearly they're not going to, because they are going to be doing a Star Wars set. So maybe that is not going to be the case. '93, '94. What is going on with this? Oh, Reese is warming up to the F1 helmets. Well, to be fair, I know years gone by, the F1's been painfully boring, but with the new regs in place, it does seem to be they've spiced it up ever so slightly. So you might 94, 95. What is going on with this? Pass. I'm losing the will with this now. Yeah. See, again, they wouldn't pay a fee on that, so that would just be an easy one for them, wouldn't it? So they could do that if they wanted to. Yeah, they could do that if they wanted to. It's just what other stuff that they could do? It's not. I think that needs to move forward one. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think like the Star Wars driver helmet for the AT-AT, which I'd never buy because the AT-AT I would want to throw against the wall, would look nice as a display together. So I can see people doing the helmets with the upscale cars and things. I think that would be a nice thing. Jane says Castle Pirates. They could do any of those. Oh, Castle. Oh, for the poll. Castle's all pirate. You got to try and pick one. You got to try and pick one. It's difficult, especially when you like both themes. Yeah, when you like both themes, it gets difficult quickly, doesn't it? I have no idea, Reese. I don't even know what the time is now. We'll probably just do a slightly longer build, to be fair, and then just knock it on the head. I think we'll just carry on with this. I was going to try and get as much of this done as possible today. It started off really well until I had to take most of it apart and redo it. So it's kind of it's kind of gone backwards. Jane's like, no, I am not going. I am not going to decide one or the other. It is both. So Jane is adamant that it's both. You will not make me decide. I think I might have been dribbling at that point. That would make sense. A lot of dribbling today. Ooh, yeah. See, a re-release from Bricklink would be if you could do that, then you'd be absolutely laughing because that is a really very nice looking set. And of course, if you've got the if you're then thinking of getting Pirates of the Caribbean, they will go hand in hand. I think they'd look really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of options that you could do with it. I got sent a big One Piece display yesterday from Jay. Somebody had made a huge One Piece. I mean, it was like the size of this area for 4 big tables and just a load of water. It did look very impressive. It did look very impressive. So yeah, it's a nice looking thing overall. But yeah, because didn't you get lucky last time, Ultra, and you managed to get the Bricklink stuff on a re-release? So I think it was I think Bricks Together was asking how that all went together. I think. I think Roy was asking if they'd get redone, and I said it was you that managed to get it. Where did you manage to see it anyway? Where was it built? Because I don't know of anywhere that would have actually had it done. Because your answer was just, well, I just seeing other people. Yeah. No, still not right. Oh, you absolute moron. Figured it out. Idiot. Pyro, Zane, Dragon Master's Font. Nice. Good selection, that. It's a good selection. Well, there's so many different outfits that they do. Do you try and collect the whole team, or do you just collect the outfits that you like from the characters that you like? I suppose that's the way to look at it, isn't it? Everybody, like we were saying before, everybody collects their own way. Everybody collects their own thing. Everybody collects their own theme. Everybody collects their own IPs and whatever else it is. Everybody does their own. Everybody does their own thing of stuff, don't they? That's what they do, and you guys just got to enjoy it. Simple and as easy as that. You just need to enjoy stuff. Where are we at? Those. Oh, so Jane and Reese are both doing a deep dive into Ninjago. Almost at season 2 of Ninjago. Nicely done. Are you enjoying it? Series 4 has now officially been announced and confirmed for ITV for the Rising Dragon. They are going to be doing it. I just don't know when the date of that is because we always get it a lot later than the Americans. So, and the Canadians and everybody else. So it is going to be spoilt. The story will be told, and I will know everything about it before I've even watched one of the episodes. But I don't mind. It's fine. No, they are good, but I did warn Reese it is a slippery slope because you do then want to backtrack some of the sets. Yes, the pilot episodes are before series 1. So there's two. There's two pilot episodes on ITVX. It's in the specials. Is it 2 of them? Maybe 3 of them. So basically, the pilot episode, Reese, is the set that has been announced, which is the blacksmith. It's a really important set. So if you don't remember seeing Kai and them training Kai up to be the main ninja, you've not caught the pilot episode. And annoyingly, even on ITV, it's not part of series 1. It's under the specials. What's it called? Because they did tons of Lego sets for the pilot episodes, loads of them. The pilot episodes were crucial in establishing the Ninjago universe, and it was characters led to the full season titled Rise of the Snakes. So it was before Rise of the Snakes. What is the pilot episode called? Oh, all 4 original pilot episodes, sorry. There's 4 of them. That makes sense because it's a mini-series, yeah. Right, we will consult a company that's much better than I am. There we go. Where we can find it. It's a mini series 1 Kai focusing. No. What's it called? Episode count split into 4. I think actually I've seen 11 minutes per episode. No, so they've done 2 then. So I've only seen 2, which have been all 4. That's why I thought there was only 2. I can't find the name of ITVX. Oh, John was like, yeah, but you get Doctor Who first. Wait, that was cancelled. It was, yeah. Oh, there's a huge. Yeah, there were. Yeah, we're not talking about the tip. We're not talking. Oh, you confused everybody now, John. I know what John was going on about. Yeah, the Doctor Who's all been binned off and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, we had one thing that we get first, and we've lost it. So we haven't even got bragging rights for that anymore. We don't even have bragging rights. But no, for the Ninjago pilot episode, it is in the UK at least at the moment on ITVX. It's under the specials, and obviously that's a free. That's a free player, so you should be able to get access to that. Okay, Reese, I would think. I say that, but yeah, it threw me because I started to watch it and I was like, oh, hang on, this isn't what I thought it was. This isn't the original. I was like, oh right, so the 15th anniversary Lego set is of course based on the pilot episode, and then we're away. What a set that is! So the old school set, Brandy's come out top trumps. Have you built it yet, or are you going to wait until you move? So Ultra Bricks have got one. Bricks Together's got one. Reese is going to rewatch. Yeah, I would rewatch them. You might not have even seen them, Reese. I don't know if you have seen them. Yeah, the actual pilot episode is. Yeah, I think I saw one, but I don't think I saw the other. I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's how the story finished. Oh yeah. But no, we were because it was a while back now. But we were looking at what we're looking at TV shows gone from the past, weren't we? From what like the Lego Group used to do. What was on there? Big Bang Theory. You had obviously the big Friends sets, which are now really expensive. Doctor Who was on that list. Is it Seinfeld was on there? There was a fair few American sort of sitcom stuff, I think, as well. But they don't do any of those now. But they were a lot of idea bits. there was more than one Doctor Who set though, if I remember rightly. Ah, you got the Dimensions Doctor Who, yeah. So there was the Dimensions one. Obviously, the Dimensions, great additions. If anybody picked any of those up, but I'm trying to think what was the what was it? So maybe it's just the one. I'm trying to rattle my brain as I'm putting this together, but no, it might just be the one. But they're a lot of money now. A lot of money now. They're hard to find as well, because obviously it's an much older set. And this is the thing, like some of the older sets they could redo, and I think people would pick them back up again. So I'm looking at like the SpongeBob stuff, how old that is, and that's obviously a reason why a lot of the Lego Ideas stuff hasn't passed, because obviously they've had it in their locker for a long time. It just seems to be that they have done this sort of Universal DreamWorks thing over multiple years. And I wonder if it is a Nintendo licensing issue for Mario. That's why we're not getting the minifigures until next year. So obviously, don't forget, I know it's not a new IP, but if anybody wants any of the characters, they are coming out in minifigure form. That's officially been announced as well. So, yeah. Ah, is that what it is? Okay, fair enough. John knows. Yeah, I was just, my brain was melting more than normal, John, trying to think of that. I was like, what actually was it? That makes sense. That makes sense. But no, there's been some real nice sets in the past. Killian has come in there. What is your favourite Ninjago minifigure, folks? Oh, Killian. Some of them are worth an absolute fortune. To keep it simple, I think the villains are silly and fun from the original Lego movie stuff. They're just silly characters, those. So I'll go for something different. I'll go for them. And welcome, Killian. Have you recovered after the rugby yesterday? Yeah, Possessed Lord, yeah. That's the really very expensive one, isn't it? Because there's been after a little bit of minifigure research that we've done, there's a lot of money in some of those sets for that. A lot of money. Right, I've got a pair of eyeballs, so that's the thing. So there's one eyeball. Its head is very small. Very, very small noggin. $12 and $13. Yeah, if you can, that's the thing. If you were collecting from like the get-go, but the snakes they're just pricey, aren't they? But that's just the mold, I guess. There's a lot of the different snakes are pretty cool. But as we found out yesterday, just randomly looking at the PAB stuff, like you can pick up a Lego torso for say 80 pence, £1, you know, whatever you wanted. You can make up your own minifigures for literally nothing. You want a reindeer, the molding on the reindeer, was it £6.50 or £8.50? So obviously certain things are much, much more expensive than others. Much more expensive. So obviously they're easily available. It's just that they're a lot of money. And they have updated the parts. I keep saying this, but they have updated the parts now on the website for new elements, and they are up to the Enterprise, I do believe. So if anybody's doing any mocks and they want to use the newer pieces that were in the Enterprise sets, those pieces are now available for your mocks, and you can just buy them separately if you care and if you're into that kind of thing. If you're not, don't worry about it. I won't be. I haven't got the brain capacity to do it. His little face, look. His little face is starting to come together. I've seen that they're supposed to be redoing the Ultra Dragon. So isn't that the Ultra Dragon would be the one with the multiple heads? I think that's coming in the Legacy line. So that will knock the value off the one that people had tried to sit on and redo. Hey, Killian's managed to start to part out that. That's a fantastic thing. Did you find the power bit for that, Killian? And again, I don't know who's gonna get the newer one. There's his little face. Little face. It's a very small head for a fat body. He's got a right fat tummy on him. Looks very angry. He doesn't look very happy, does he? Yeah, they obviously the legacy. So the legacy line is the redo of all the original 15-year stuff, and now they're just redoing those things. So it's good though, because obviously the legacy line is just where they have the opportunity to redo the sets a little bit better. The Land Bounty, isn't it, coming out this year under the legacy? So that's the first. I think that's the first land one that they're doing again, like as a redo. So it does help with the pricing, because obviously some of these sets are so expensive if people wanted them. You come out, Pumpkin. Bear with. Oh, you made it. Yay, yellow. Come on, Fluff. Come on then. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come in. Come in. Come in. You're awkward. Come on. Come here. I can't reach you unless she sat right in the awkward place of the table. Come on. She's having a sniff. She's like, I've moved stuff. There's a lot of them, oddly, isn't there? A lot of them. Now, do you know who the 1000th minifigure is? Without Googling it, come on. Who is the 1000th minifigure? I'm pretty sure a fair few of you will own it soon. To buy them is my real test. An affordable rate to ship is my cause. Oh, hang on. You're back down? You're back down already? Oh. 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 There we go. Oh. The minifig, what your minifigures? Yes, it is the new one. So yeah, the hint of the 1000th minifigure, I can actually pronounce that properly, is in the old 10. For anybody that didn't know, or actually gives a toss, I have there's one bit of knowledge I am giving you today. So as I get told, I don't give anybody any facts whatsoever. That is a fact for you. That is what it is. And I am looking at it right now. I own it. That's it. That was that. We gone all the way back to the beginning. I still can't believe how many pilot Lego sets they did. They did so many pilot episodes, sets for that. Just for those short amount of episodes. It was scary, really, how many actually did they did do. Where's this going? I'm making its top teeth, I think. Its little teeth. There, this head is tiny. Tiny, 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 tiny. One thing is, it is quite amazing how all of a sudden these do come together. Yeah, it will go on sale at some point because it's at so many places, Reese. So hold fire on that one. Hold fire. And then you can pick that up. And again, it comes with an important character. If you care about that, if you don't care about it, then it's just a bonus, isn't it? But it's yeah, it's so many, especially in the UK. I don't know. I can't obviously speak for anybody over in Canada or America, but over here, it's definitely going to go into. It'll be in multiple sales for a while, I would think, because so many people bought it, and then there it is. Yeah, it's him. So yeah, I would think it is not too bad. The colour's nice. Yeah, I would wait. I would wait. It's a good build. It's big. It is big. It is surprisingly bigger than I thought it was going to be. But at the same time, you got other stuff that you want to prioritize. Like I've just seen the blacksmith. So so which blacksmith are you talking about? The Kai blacksmith or the medieval one? I'm tripping over myself now. There we go. Oh, there we go. So you can just carry on with it then. Just carry on with series 2. It sounds like you're racing. Sounds like you're racing Jane. I didn't realize Jane was watching those. Yeah, so I say you got 2 blacksmiths on the list. I was assuming you were talking about the Ninjago one, so I just went with it. I was like, oh, hang on, you might not be. I thought that was the one that you were talking about, though. Right, that's the side jaw that's just been added, and I've got a random configuration of a ball and something else. Right, it's going to go one of 2 ways. That's the ball for his head, and I'm assuming. Oh, we are. We are about to do something shortly, but not Not just yet. There's no way I've done that correctly. Not paying attention. I am not paying attention. Oh, behave yourself. I don't actually know how I'm physically this incapable. I have somehow managed to build the whole head and miss literally half the pieces. Still looks complete. But that's the back of his jaw, which is supposed to go there. So that's his jaw, which is good. And then I've got these two little bits. Where are they supposed to go? Behind his nose. Good grief. There we go. Get his nose back on. Doesn't make his head any bigger, but at least I know he's fully complete. But Santa's. I could try. I think you could probably mix and match the heads up quite easily, I would imagine. There we go. That's him. I think the Santa's head's actually, the ball pin on it's too big, oddly. Annoyingly, it looks like the new X-Wing is Smith exclusive, so no sale. No, that is the only thing. It will eventually, but it will take a long time. It still will happen because we were looking at that before, weren't we? Reese says Chinese for dinner tonight. Oh, Reese. Jealous. Who's eating what? Who's having what meal? Because yeah, it was last week, you guys and girls. Pokey Lego Collector, how are we? Welcome. You're about to witness the incision of a head, and it's going to go one of two ways. I've either built this correctly, or you're going to be looking the wrong way, and I don't want to touch the shell. How am I supposed to? How am I supposed to get that on? Maybe it shouldn't be on a slippy table. That's a lot of force going in there. Oh, that's his monobrow gone. No. Is that at the right angle or not? That look right to you? It's like there somewhere, isn't it? That's about right. But Lego Collector, hello. It's terrifying when I break this. Oh! For a second, I thought it dislocated his shoulder, but no, he's in. So his head will swivel. Ish. You got a little bit of head play, but not too much. So let me put make him look presentable. What a faff this one's been. What a faff this has been. There it is. We'll get it on the stand, shall we? Dino guy sat there right now, like waiting. Right. So my question is what are these two going to look like together? Because what I want to do is I want to put him on the stand in situ, but how close is he going to be to this? In fact, do you want to see the size difference between the two first? Let's have a look. So that's the two of them fully done. Again, if you in case you've got Bowser in your collection, and you're thinking about this one, that's what it looks like. Obviously, Venusaur is the one that's pretty much the same size as this. This one's wide though. Look how wide his water bits are. Well, there you go. Have I given myself enough space? I've got one hole in. Got the other hole in. There he is. Not too bad. So there, that's just over, literally, to that water tip at the back, to his nose, is 16 studs in space. So, yeah, I think they'll scale nicely. I think that'll work. Happy with that. You know, this thing's a monster. A monster. Right, Charizard then. Charizard. That's quite. It looks all right, doesn't it? It looks all right. He's a fatty, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Right, let's catch up with you guys and girls in the chat. Let's have a look. Have I missed anything? So, hello to Poke, Reese, Killian, Ultra. No, nobody else has popped in. So, goes to the poll. Let's have a look at the poll. 20 votes in for the poll, and it's tight. 35 for the Castle, 30 for Winter, 20 for Western, 15 for the Pirate. Everybody that has liked the video so far, again, thank you very much indeed, because it helps. It helps. And if you've got them, make use of those emojis. Now I haven't seen your artwork today, Reese. I'm assuming you're still practicing. Oddly says I'm still in the Ninjago pilot. Cole said, "Wait, I'm still black." Oh yeah, because they're in the wrong outfit. They're in the different outfits, aren't they? The box has returned. We are going to be playing tag. So I need box number 3 is the one that I want, which is this one just here. Box number 3. Not many bags of Charizard. Not many bags at all. It is the smallest one to do. We've all seen the inside of these Poké boxes, haven't we? They are a nice bit of artwork on these. That one. Ultra's back in 10 minutes. All right, Ultra, no problem. I wonder what Ultra's getting up to. Right, so that's this one, and you got the artwork on the back. So of course, there's hardly any bags left of this, and they have already been sorted. So on bag, I think 58 is what I'm assuming. How many is there? 58, 59, 60, 65. 58 to 65, and it's done. So we are on the final stretch of these. No, one, I think. I've got the shops, but I haven't got the houses. Good evening, Scrap Daddy. How are we? No, I haven't. But I don't know if they would work in the Miniland or not. No, I didn't think you would have, Reese, which I didn't either. It threw me completely. So it's worth watching because they just didn't. So enjoy them, basically. Enjoy them. Right. So I'm now getting the Charizard up. And we are going to be doing that. And as long as it doesn't take me 7 weeks to figure out a shell, we should be good. He says. Let's find the instructions. Finding the instructions. Close the tab down by mistake, didn't I? Because I'm a pleb. $72153. There it is. Onto that. It should take me straight to where's needed for Charizard, hopefully. Bag 58, yes. Magic. So we are on bag 58. What is everybody building this evening? So what's everybody been building this weekend? Scrap Daddy is after and wanting to know. Well, I've been sat here trying to put a shell together. Still on the police station. Nicely done. How are you getting on with that? I know it's on certain people's lists, so I think people will be quite interested with how that police station is coming together. No paper instructions for what one, Killian? Oh, this? No, I have, but it just takes up too much space. Yeah, the instruction booklets are huge. Huge. That's the one. So yeah, they look nice, but it's just easier because I've got the laptop on the table and stuff. It's just easier doing it on the screen. So it's just a little bit easier that way. Do we display them more than a line? Got your minifigures, Reese, yeah? We've got the Ninjago characters. Right, so we're now going into bright bits for Charizard. So we've got these really nice, bright, vibrant yellows, oranges. We've got I've had an accident brown, some deep blue. So that is all the bits from this. That's all of these. Scrap Daddy's on bag 8. Oh, you want a length of those? Yeah. So I've got one of each at the moment. Obviously, I don't know how much they are to get, because that's the other thing that you've got to be tactical with, because they're high price point. So if you are wanting to get those throughout the year, you've then got to get the Lego stuff from the Lego website when those giveaways happen. Otherwise, you end up getting giveaways that you're not interested in. So you know that there's going to be another 3. They'll do 4 of them, but it depends on if you want to go all in on those. It's just different ways of doing it, isn't there? Different ways. That is the thing. All different ways. Right. Red pin and a ball. Yeah, the police station is a good build. It's annoying because I really enjoy building the modulars, and I haven't built one for so long. But I just, with what I'm doing, I might get the bug back for it and be like, oh, God. And then if I've got space on this shelf thing that we're going to be doing this week, then maybe. But I'm obviously favouring towards the Pokemon stuff and the architecture stuff. And that NASA thing's still on the list. I still really like the look of that. I don't know whether if that could be the next one to mix it up with the Pokemon stuff or not. Just to do something that isn't a Pokemon and come back, or I don't know. I don't know with regards to that. Because I only build the stuff on the stream, so I don't do anything off it. So I don't like this morning. I was filming other videos. I don't build the if I did, it'd be finished a long time ago. This would have been. But I'm looking forward to doing the architecture set for Paris. Looking forward to the other little bits and pieces as well. But I do like what we've got. So with all the research that we've been doing, what do you think? To my left, this is for the display to my left. What else should go in there currently? I'm still favouring that NASA one. I'm still favouring the NASA one. More than likely, Reese, either tonight or Wednesday. So it'll probably be tonight, I would think, like 8 o'clock, because I won't be doing a secondary stream. So you can have a look, see at that one. I can't remember what it actually is. It's another Ninja. So it's part of the Ninjago series. But yeah, I'm going to be uploading just one or two of those videos a week, as well as all the problem is can you remember I said to you about the store video? I was like, I want to get the store video up, but if I do the store video and we do another live, they clash, and that's what happens. So what ends up happening is, not that it matters too much, but just nobody sees them because it's just too much content coming. So but if I do the one live and then do that video later, it might get seen by a handful of people, or it just notifies them. I think that's all it is. It's just a notification. So but that's not what those videos aren't everybody's cup of tea, though, are they? The actual how I do them, because it's just raw. Some people just want to see the finished product. It's like, well, I don't like lying about stuff, how they go in. The newer ones that I filmed are in between the live streams. The stuff that I get set up ready for stuff like this, and the displays and planning, and like I built a table and taken a table apart before I've done the stream today to make sure it fit ready for the move that's going to be happening next week. So you've got a couple of like between the live stream videos coming at some point when we get round to actually getting those. I probably got, because obviously you're watching the stuff from January. So I filmed all that in January. So you got plenty. There's plenty of them to come. Plenty of them to come. Yeah, I think that NASA one that I was looking at, I'm very, very tempted to get much sooner than later. I think it just, because that's at the end of the year, I do believe, as well. So I've got a little bit of time with it. But no, it is a nice set. But that also might be a nice one to build alongside like an Eevee or a Pikachu, just because it might be very repetitive, just like the tower. Just like the Eiffel Tower. But yeah, it'd be good. It will be good to. That one's not. It's in with the sale that Amazon just had it on. It was a really very good price. Really very good price. So I was tempted then, but I couldn't do it because of Rocky. So it will all be put on hold until that all sorts itself out. But lots of nice colours on this one. Lots of nice colours going together. And this is 264, the number. $264. One. Some big old clips on here. Tail? Oh, hips. I'm doing the hips, I think. Doing the hips. Well, that's already a sale, Scrap Daddy. That's already gone into a sale, that one. So if you are liking the look of the Model T, that is available. So it's already in the first sort of round of sales already. And yeah, you'll be able to get that at a really good price, I think. Eventually, the price will drop. The price will definitely drop. As it started already, it'll be just worth holding fire for, unless you want it instantly, obviously. But you will get that in a sale. I would think a nice size Smith sale that'll be, or anywhere else, because loads of companies have it. And yeah, it's dropped down. Yeah, the illegal building technique. People going bonsai for that. Oh, hello. Yeah, this is another good size to throw at somebody. This. Lots of nice, bright, vibrant colours. So you were a car fan, Scrap Daddy. Have you picked up any of the others before, or was that just the one that you like the look of? They do seem to be doing. I'm still quite surprised that they are going down that road. I thought that they might have just carried on with like the Speed Champion movie IP. I thought Mattel would have had all of the different licensing for that, but clearly not. They've just got the Hot Wheels license. So there seems to be some sort of universal thing going on where multiple people can do multiple bits, which is pretty cool for anybody who's involved, because they're all doing different scales of these different vehicles and different box artwork and all that kind of thing, which is obviously always nice to see. No, nothing yet on those figures. I don't know when they're going to announce them. Maybe closer to the time. Why they're doing it close to the time, I don't know, but they might. I'm just quite surprised they didn't dump the whole stuff at the same time. I'm just surprised they did the actual. I don't know why they just did the football and the trophy differently compared to the other sets, because they're all going to have a limited shelf run. Because the second it's finished, like the football could stay out for a little while, but the trophy itself, I don't think will stay out for that long. It's a girthy thing in person, though. A lot of length, and it is very chunky, very, very chunky. So it's not for me, though. That one is a pass from me. We are humming a do. Oh, we got a do. Oh, do. Oh, you didn't do the long O, did you? I thought you were talking about something else. You need to hold the O so it's more dramatic for Jurassic Park, Jay. It's like a do. We don't have enough O's in the do. I thought you were talking about that your do is a party anthem, isn't it? The conga. That's what it is. That is what I am now thinking of. Shocking. Shocking. But no, that the Jurassic Park, both those sets, I think, are going to look really very smart. And we, again, going by that video that's been out, which we'll be taking a better look at later, it does look pretty cool. Welcome to Jay's Toy Collection. Well, you didn't hold the O. You don't forget, you come live from the toilet. So I never know you from 1 minute to another what it is you're actually going on about. But I would have held the O to make it more clear. I didn't know you were just humming away. I didn't know what you were doing for a second then. I was like, well, I'm doing a Pokemon set. Well, that's thrown me. Bag 59. This is the longest build in the history of Pokemon. But your big boy's done, Jay. Tiny head. Big belly. Tiny head. Little teeth. And he looks great. Close to that. So from his water to the nose is 15 studs. Perfect. Welcome to Today's Jay's. I can even imagine the voice. Oh, a lot more bright colours, a lot of oranges coming in now. Oh, nurse. Nurse. I might have to do a T-Rex emoji, I think. That might have to be one for a short while, because it's going to be that will be coming at some point, because the other T-Rex is so good. I'm just happy that I know exactly where it's going to go. It's going to fit. It literally would just slot straight in. I don't have to move anything now. It's done. It's all good. Oh, well. You see, this is a problem. You start doing these deep dives and you say about things. You started off saying that you didn't like the figures. And now all of a sudden, you've shafted yourself and you're going to spend some money. Are you going to start singing your national anthem while you try and buy it as well? I have not... Oh, I've obviously looked at your photo, Jay, but I've not zoomed in on it. Hang on. Has he got the poop, is it? Is it the big pile? Is that what it is? The big pile. I didn't even look at the ones underneath. Oh, it's the legend. They've given you that with a medical kit. Oh yeah, the base is oh, amazing. Yeah, the base is going to look great. There'll be a comparison video coming to this channel at some point, depending on if it's a mortgage or not. Yeah, that's it. He's holding the medi kit. She gets the glove on. Straight into that pile. What a scene that is as well. Yeah, some people do have the turd set. Ultra Bricks is back with the turd. Reese is going to be having an Indian soon, so if he can keep up the turd talks, it might look like a pile of turd when he's eating it. Oh, we've got two types of orange. Interesting. So you've got this orange, which is beside the blue, and you've got the much brighter orange, and then there is red involved as well. So that's pretty cool. Well done. There we go. Reese is all in now, and he's now update. So now you know where that set comes from. But no, it looks like they're going to do a double whammy. It looks like they're going to have the car and the Triceratops both at the same time, aren't they? But no, the Triceratops definitely. Not too sure on the car, though. Not too sure on the car, especially for space and all that kind of thing. Depends if it comes with its stand or whatnot. It might just be a big oversized car. There's potential that it might. I think it is, looking from what the video that they've shown. Does look good. Ouch. Yes. Yeah, well. Is there no other place you can get it from? Oh, well, you're going to be squatting and dropping. No matter what happens, it's going to go straight through you. Going to go straight through. Yeah, Triceratops. It looks very nice. It's on the if you go into the Lego Instagram page, Reese, it's on there. The official video's up on their Instagram page now. It's not yet on the Lego website, although I'd have been all over that like a rash. That'll definitely be the topic of conversation tomorrow or the day after when it's done. When it's on there, we'll be doing a deep dive Jurassic Park look, because I do enjoy those. And as I have got the big T-Rex, and I can see it nicely from where I'm sat, actually, it looks good. And I continuously listen to the John Williams soundtrack when I was doing it. That is a very, very good question. I have absolutely no idea, oddly. That's as far as I can go. I would imagine no. I mean, you can type it in and find out for yourself, but I don't know where. You might just be best off going to some conventions and just seeing if anybody's doing the characters separately. I don't know. I am going to have a look on the website again, because I think they're going to update the whole back page of everything when they get announced. I think that's what they're going to do. So I do need to get a set soon to do the redemption code for the Pokemon Center. So I do have to get something. No. Yeah, Jay's all in. Jay is all in. So that Hammond collection, you got sold like 4 times. So you've managed to, you've held on to that. You've got it. The Dino DNA as well. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that they could do. The T-Rex is absolutely outrageously massive. It is just so big. So big. So I'm assuming we're going to get flooded tomorrow with people that have already built it, and then they'll say what it's like. I'm assuming. So I got that with Mr. J himself when we went to the Lego store. No, I wasn't lucky enough to get the monorail stuff. No, that's an amazing set. That I wish they would do a monorail actually, because it takes up a lot less room than the track, and then you could do just different stuff with it. I know people would love the monorail bits. It would open up everybody's stuff, space, city, world, theme park, anything like that. It would work amazing, but they haven't. Yeah, the Jeep does look smart, and I would imagine they would do the other car the following year. So they would do the electric version. Now that's the petrol version. So they will do the electric version, I would imagine, as well. but it just depends. I just don't know if it's on a stand or it's just literally itself. Because sometimes they do fancy stands for them, and sometimes they just have it dumped. And because it was on a passenger's seat in the video, with that set, mind, that has been announced today, as the Easter egg that they planted already. Yeah, some nice ones out and about. Now I will be boring, Reese, and just throw something in the oven. Gas Mark 7. I see the diorama. Yeah, that diorama looks nice. Yeah, that is a good looking. That's a good looking set. That you got the good T-Rex with the 2 cars that are upside down. Got the minifigures that come with it. You didn't get those minifigures in anything else either. I don't think. But they have done all the original wave in city scale. They did do all of those. They did do all of those sets. So we've got purples, whites, greys. We've got a bit of an Easter egg going on with this. Have we got a bit of an Easter egg going on with this? Snagged a few before they retired. Yeah, it's a good way of doing it. I was umming and ahhing. I think I was umming and ahhing, and then ended up. If I remember what year it was, then I just literally couldn't do anything. So there was no way I was going to end up getting those. And to be honest, with all of this stuff that we're doing, rejigging and removing, as much as a larger Jurassic Park display would have been amazing, there's absolutely no chance I could have done it justice now. Not with what I'm doing. So it was worth. It's all sort of falling into place, which is good. Yeah, we've got a couple of moves, and we should be golden. He says. So there must be a little bit of a Easter egg on the inside of that. You can see just at the top the little gem bits. Not sure if you've seen the film though. Otherwise, we'll have to have a serious discussion. You must have seen. You're not talking about the film, are you? I mean, this is right. So they've done the sets from the new film, but the is about. Oh, that was the one that I was thinking of. The T-Rex said about this going into a sale, but it was a big T-Rex, not the Triceratops. So that's all the world. That's all the world. Brickheads, more world. There's the T-Rex breakout, which is a cool looking thing. Again, just a diorama piece. Just over 2 base plates in length. That says 23. So yeah, just over 2 base plates in length. And you get all the minifigures that you would want from it, covered in muck. That's the only one that I like that. So they're all wet from the rain. The others aren't. So yeah, this diorama gives you everything that you need, really. It's just perfect from the scene. But they have the car that's going to be released soon. That's the poop. That's the Triceratops poop from the original films. That's the box artwork that you're looking for. And they did this one. They did the other vehicle, which is the big one that they're about to be redoing. The big one was at the bot. There is this one. And they've got the stock with the 2 signs. So, but this was 20 quid when it came out, this one. It's not anymore. Very expensive now. Very expensive. The diorama, I think, is the one that has not gone up in value as much as all the others. Like all of the others, like this is obviously the visitor centre. All of them, and this has gone up drastically as well. This is now scary how much this would be. But yeah, all of this wave has gone up massive. I don't know if it caught people out by surprise. It was a short run or what it was, but yeah, the diorama. I'm not too sure what it actually is. I mean, obviously these are the gates, so you get a different array of people with these. The minifigures on this. This is massive as well. The T-Rex is too big though. The gates are great, but the T-Rex is so big, it's silly. But you've got six of those. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much that diorama is. I don't know how much the diorama is now. It's yeah, it was. Jay said he picked it up for about £100. Was that in a sale, Jay? You picked that one up for, or was that when you did it? Play the audio backwards. It plays Oompa. There's a great Easter egg in the Lego. There's a couple of Easter eggs in the Lego video. That one I did not know. So that's a new one. That's a new one to me. Spitting the facts again, Ryan. Spitting those facts like a DJ. But no, the diorama itself is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And now, some of those dioramas would have worked very well in my Miniland. But also at the same time, it's not the end of the world, so it's okay. Yeah, okay, so it's scary how long some of those sets came out. How long ago those sets came out? Nuts. But this is just all from around. It's got to be all around its hips, I think. You've got the flame on the inside as well. It's a little bit of a Easter egg reference. So that's obviously going to get it covered over by his belly. That's the pouch of his tummy. So that's the size of his belly. Maybe it's not the hips. That must be the tail then. Oh, there's the hips. So that's the sternum for old Charizard. I win. I wouldn't lead you astray. No, that's it. That's it. I know you wouldn't lead me astray. It's full facts. That's what I like. I know. It's bad, isn't it? Yeah, it's bad. But, needs must. Needs must. There's a lot more people on here than I thought there was going to be, to be honest. I thought it was just going to be me, myself, and I fighting the backside of the set. But here we are, soldiering on. Is it? It can't be that. Well, it might be. I wouldn't have thought it'd been that expensive, but it could well be now. That is the only thing. Like if you get into it a little bit late and there's a theme that you really like the look of, you either got to wait for a very, very long time for them to redo it, or you just bend over and take it and pay the money. But they will be doing diorama again next year. But it depends on what it is they're going to be going for, because it's the year of the helmets, and obviously it's F1 stuff and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't take. Oh, it appreciates more than gold, doesn't it? So if you want something and you're umming and ahhing, you've got to act sharpish on it. That's it. Well, it'd be a good time to get it gone. It would be a good time, because now the dioramas aren't about. Now would be a good time to get rid of the dioramas before they redo, like they do more of them, because you never know what they are going to do. They're not going to do something exactly the same, but also at the same time, it might be like, oh, actually, would there be less hype for people to get them, or would there be a lot of hype for people to get them now? You know, you've got a couple of different ways of thinking about it, haven't you? Don't have a look on Marketplace and other bits like that. eBay is the most expensive place to possibly get anything from ever, but it is a good guide to get stuff. You might get lucky and pick one up on Marketplace or something much cheaper, or you might be able to get one at one of the trade shows. So saying the average is £150, which is probably about right. I don't even know what they were new, because I know I've got a funny feeling the T-Rex actually went into a sale. A lot of those dioramas went into a sale, if I remember. That's the scary thing. Yeah, that's it. In a short period of time, you just got to sell it, Jay. You just got to sell it, get it gone. Look at these different pin bits. Can't really hold it. They're that small. I want to get it away from my hoodie so you can see. So you got that pin. I can't do it. Very bizarre. Yeah, it's a way to do it. That's it. It's a way to do it. Especially when something's been out for so long and it goes in, because it was in the UK again. It went everywhere, didn't it? Argos, Amazon, they all had it. It did go cheaper, and then it clearly got much more expensive. So it's a big price hike from when it first came out in a short period of time as well. In a very short period of time. I think it'd be the same thing with any Pokemon set. That's if you imagine, like, if they don't redo certain ones and you start to collect them, and there's going to be a few of them, like this, for example, is definitely just going to go up. It'll be out for a while. It's not going to be a short run. This will have at least a 2-year run, and not longer. They're not going to do another base like this next year. It'll be probably the year after, you would think. But you never know. They might just want to churn them out. So if it is a short run, then that's just going to make it even more silly for further down the line. Yeah, that is the way to think about it. 15, where's 16? Oh, there. All over the place in the destructions. That one and that one. So yeah, there's some nice bits that you could have got. There's some nice bits that obviously you can get. It's just getting it at the right time. But the dioramas will be coming back. But what would everybody want from a diorama perspective? Are they going to go down more movie stuff? Because let's be honest, you were very spoiled with Jaws, Jurassic Park, all of those coming out really close together. And of course, all of the different Star Wars dioramas and everything else. Now, if that is going to be their plan moving forward, where they do a year of Dio and then they do a year of helmets and they go back to the Dio and blah, 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 blah. What else would they touch from that sort of genre? Or would they just go, no, and they just move on to something completely different? Because it was quite nice that they gave you loads of different ones that weren't Star Wars ones. So I think they sold very well. The fact that it's still spoken about now kind of proves that they were doing well. Yeah, that Star Trek one's not going to go down. The Stranger Things one will, I think, because it'll go down and come back up. But the actual Star Trek one, I don't think. Well, I think it's too much an important thing. That's the other scary thing. It's just that was just something that you got given. Something that you got given all that amount of money. Can I build a Lego Transformer? Well, they do make them. I can't build them from scratch. I definitely don't have the skill for that. No. But no, they've got 3 of them out at the moment, haven't they, for the Transformers? I don't know if there's going to be a 4th one on the way, because they are retiring a lot of those. That is the thing. So there's a few of them on there. But yeah, Jay says for Stranger Things, Star Trek, both at strong prices, so they're holding a good price. Yeah, it's it's scary, isn't it? Just seen Ryan. I think the Sideshow Charizard. I don't know. I have to Google that. I could well do. This is the odd thing with the shaft sticking out, isn't it? So it'd be interesting to see what this one's like finished. But that's its tummy. And obviously that's where the wings are going to go, and then that's where the hips come out. So £500 statue. Yeah, I would. All right, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. That's a pretty big thing. Yeah, it's a pretty big one. That's a £500 statue. Joe will be all over that. There you go, Joe. So Jay's going to be getting a huge statue of Charizard. Right, there's no point me opening up another bag. So is there anything anybody wants to take a look at the website quickly before we start to wrap things up? What are we on the poll? 22 votes in. Everybody that's liked the video, guys, again, thank you. We are 32 for Winter, 36 for Castle, 14 for Pirates, 18 for Western. Jay has a few Sideshow horror pieces. There you go. That's your ultimate collector one then, Jay. £500 for Charizard. All in for you. Right, well, end that. End the poll. Not too sure. I'm not too sure, Ultra Bricks. Not too sure. If not, it'll be talking about all of the Jurassic Park stuff tomorrow. But just keep your eyes peeled. just keep your eyes peeled. I'll get some food, and then we'll see what's what, and then maybe just do another hour or so, because what we're getting on to coming to 7. So I got it palleted somewhere from Somerset on a 40-kilo Transformer statue. Ouch. How did you even get that in through the door? Did it come in separate pieces, or was it? Yeah, more than likely we will. Just got to figure out what topic we'll do. Don't know, what can we do for Dirty Double? I'll think of something. I'll get some food, think of something, and then we'll go for maybe another hour later. Right, guys, that's it. Simple. So I will catch up with you soon, and if not, it'll be tomorrow. Can I? You can. What have we got? You can. I can't. I haven't got a set. I haven't got one, but you can get one. So the Transformers, there's these. Look, before I go. Just build one shop and get one. So yeah, there's these 3. And I don't own any of them. So I could do a Brickhead, maybe. I don't have the pieces for it. Yeah. Don't know why they put Pokemon and Transformers together, but there we go. Right, guys, there it is. Okie dokie. Right, I will catch everybody up in a short time. Take it easy, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.